Hello, good evening. You're very welcome. Finals night, week 4, the Snooker Legends 900, and we are so excited. And there's just that tension, the atmosphere downstairs. It really is building, so serious, but so much on the line. A place in the grand final on the 23rd of November. Delighted to be back with Lee Richardson in the shirt, and of course Neil Foulds. How much are you looking forward to tonight, Neil?
Really much so, because it's a good night of snooker. We're not sure who's going to win. There's lots of different possibles, permutations. You know, I think there's probably 6 of the 8 who've got a very good chance of winning this week.
What about yourself, Lee? Is this the most excited you've been?
It doesn't matter what's happened Monday and Tuesday. It's all about tonight. You know, the players don't even care what happened Monday or Tuesday. They all want to win this tonight. Big time.
And all 8 of them can win tonight. Let's take a look then at the updated price. A few players that have been shortened by the bookies, and looking to David Taylor, the outsider, 25 to 1. It was brilliant to see David play. Legend of the game, former world number 7, the Silver Fox. He's the outsider at 25 to 1. But if you're looking to the top of the betting, you're seeing Ryan Davies 7 to 2, Alfie Lee at 7 to 2, Hayden Pinney at 4 to 1, Aidan Owens at 13 to 2, Mark Gray at 7s, Wayne Townsend at 7 to 1, and Vito Puopolo, of course, from Canada, was in our final last night. He's a big price at 12 to 1 if you fancy him.
Yeah, I mean, looking at those, I mean, Ryan Davies has always been favourite for this group, about the same price, 7 to 2. Nothing's changed. He lost in the final on day 1 to Mark Gray, who schooled him. But Alfie Lee, I think he's a bit of a springer, isn't he? Because he played so well yesterday. The way he just demolished all in his wake, you know, on the Tuesday night part of the draw, and he was pumped when he came up here afterwards. He's going to do damage, and, you know, I think he's ready to win. If he carries on the way he played last night, you know, he's almost got every right to be favourite. But, of course, the draw, he's playing Mark Gray, and these are the 2 undefeated players, so that makes a little bit of spice to things.
Yeah, and I kind of fancy Mark Gray is the best price there out of everyone.
Well, listen, he is a proper snooker player, come 9-ball pool player, back to snooker, shot clocks. He knows all about that stuff, doesn't he? You know, so he's really hardened.
I think if I was going to have a bet on one person for the prices, it'd be Mark Gray tonight.
And he's got so much experience. You talk about the Moscone pool, and you know, he said he's come here with a plan, a big plan, and that was to be tactical, to make some points. You know, park the bus, sand and cement treatment, as you say, Neil.
All of that stuff, and he knew exactly how much he was getting for each round. He's all business. Come here to win the money, and probably make friends, but to take the money and be playing on the 23rd of November in the finals week as well.
But it is all business tonight for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, nobody wants to go home tonight. It's winner takes all type school tonight, and there's some real good players in this.
There really is. And right, let's take a look then at the matches and the draw, and just how it's all going to shape up on finals night then here at the Snooker Legends 900. And Hayden Pinney, well, 10 to 11 against Ryan Davies, and 2 young players, really talented, the 2 of them. Aidan Owens 1 to 4. He's the shortest price of the night to win his match against David Taylor. So the one of those 4 will be in our first semi-final to start with, 2 of them.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, I think, you know, my Hayden Pinney is my nap of the week. But if I had to choose one that's in form after this week, it's Ryan Davies. So that's a tough one to call.
The winner of that match probably fancies getting to the final, let's be honest. I mean, Aidan Owens is a good player. We know. David Taylor's a legend. But the winner of the top match fancies probably beating the winner of the match below it.
Possibly, but that doesn't always work out like that.
Doesn't work that way. But
Aidan Owens has just won the Paul Hunter reunion tournament. So Aidan Owens, he's fearless. He's a very good potter, and he's naturally quick. He hasn't got to speed up for this.
No, that's a fair point. You know, and this is back onto the third match, Rachel. Mark Gray, Alfie Lee, the winner from Monday, the winner against from Tuesday, El Clasico, both undefeated, both with very different styles.
Indeed, and Wayne Townsend, how do you think he'll be feeling?
I think, well, listen, he's playing well. He's played here all day. He's been on the table non-stop. They're calling him Wayne Table Townsend downstairs because he hasn't come off the table all day. He's going to fancy the job, and whoever wins the third one is going to have their work cut out if he can beat Vito.
we've got to let our viewers know what the real crack is here at finals night. You've been down, you're kind of doing your research, seeing how they're all feeling, and they've given you a bit of slack, haven't they?
I don't know about slack, but we've got to say something, and they know me, so there's no problem.
You've got to say something, but you've got to be honest as well.
And I
think when we're talking betting, we're talking about who do you think will win the match tonight? Yes, at the start of the week, you can have your opinions, and you can you start off thinking, well, this is who I think will win, but actually, the more snooker you see and what we've seen, you think that Ryan Davis might be the match bet tonight as opposed to the week winner.
He might be, but I'm not going to change my nap.
No, and the other thing to say is that Ryan Davis and Wayne Townsend have got to the final of the Pram here today, and they've split the money, so they're the two form players. So look, whatever that means, they're both playing well, and they're both in tonight.
There is no change in your minds on your pundits' picks anyway. We wouldn't even allow you to, Italy, even if you wanted to. So let's remind you then of the selections for the guys tonight. And just to say, you can still get involved on the week 4 winner, and at this stage, Neil has gone with Hayden Pinney, Wayne Townsend as your outsider.
Well, look, Hayden Pinney, I think, is almost as good enough to be on the tour, but he ended up getting bageled in his match last night against Vito. He didn't pot a ball. I didn't see any of that coming, so he didn't make it to the final. But I saw him downstairs. He got to the semi-finals of the tournament today. He's a real good player. We're only going off him because others have been more spectacular, but tonight's when you want to play your best, and I'm sure that's why the shirt went with him.
Yeah, I've just picked balls out for him for 10 minutes, and he's hitting it lovely. He's got a lovely cue action, so yeah, it's all to play for.
I mean, I like your Alfie Lee as the outsider, because he's not an outsider anymore, Rachel, the way he's been playing. He's brilliant yesterday, wasn't he?
He was so good, and I just loved his confidence and just how bullish he was. He's like, I'm here to do some damage. I'm like, whoa, I would never get that. Even on the professional tour, I never get that. I'm here to do some damage. Can you win it? Yes, I can.
You've got to believe in yourself. There's no point in turning up for a match thinking, oh, go on, I'll give it my best shot. But you've got to have some belief, surely.
He's been playing snooker 2 years, and he is really talented. No, I mean, his dad was a great player, so that might have something to do with it, but he's very talented. So how good is he going to be, I think? The answer is in 3 or 4 years, he'd be on the tour without doubt.
Would you think that's true as well?
Anything's possible, like you said, his dad's a great player. If he's got some knowledge, he will be passing it on.
It must be hard, though, your dad being so good at any sport. You're almost expected to be good. But isn't it lovely to see him turn up and actually be really talented? And how similar do you think he is to his dad?
Well, look, listen, his dad's been through a lot of ups and downs, as we know, without going into them now. He's his own young man. Alfie Lee is Alfie Lee. His dad is a great player, has been a great player, and now, hopefully, he'll be able to play snooker without any outside influences. Anyone thinking about his dad and the way it all turned out for him, we all know what happened, and he's a terrific talent, and that's all that matters to me.
And it would be amazing if he's obviously making a name for himself, but if he was to land the Snooker Legends 900, we're not going to be talking about Alfie Lee, Stephen Lee's son. We're going to be talking about him being the champion of the 900.
Exactly, and he's downstairs now, and it's Steve Lee's birthday today, so he's downstairs opening. It'll be a nice little present for his boy to win it for him tonight.
I haven't seen Stephen Lee for years. Good to see him as well the other night,
Okay, so it's his birthday on this day. Fun fact, all of that, it's all on the way. For now, though, if you've not been joining us for the Snooker Legends 900, the series so far, we're almost halfway through. So here's a little refresher for some of you and the format for those that haven't found out already. Each week consists of 12 players. 8 will play on Monday, with the top 4 progressing to Wednesday. 4 new players will join the 4 Monday losers in a new 8 on Tuesday, with the top 4 progressing to Wednesday. And on Wednesday, the final 8 play down to crown our weekly champion. The format is repeated over 8 weeks before our weekly champions contest the grand final. Each night will see 7 matches around some new and exciting rules. With ball in hand for any foul, the opportunity is there for any player in our 96 field to become the first champion.
Hello, you lovely snooker fans. Let me tell you the rules of the 900. It's a 15-minute frame, which is the 900 seconds, but the players have to contend with a 20-second shot clock. There are no timeouts, but the referee can stop the clock if they do something that would disadvantage a player. Any foul gives your opponent ball in hand, which means you can place this anywhere on the table. If you don't pot a ball, you must hit a cushion. If you don't, it's a foul, and that foul will give your opponent the points of whatever ball you were going for. At the end of the frame, if the scores are tied, we've reached deadlock. A blue ball shootout will decide the winner. And finally, folks, the break-off shot. The cue ball must hit the top cushion and come past the line of the pink. None of that Mark Williams shenanigans going on here. So that's it, folks. Don't take too long. Don't miss.
And already in the series, we've had 2 deadlocks, 2 blue ball shootouts, and I always say, you know, the shirt Lee Richardson, almost one shirt Richardson.
Yeah, one shirt, one take Richardson.
Exactly. First go that went in that blue. Didn't touch the sides.
No. Yeah, I've actually sat in the booth for both blue ball shootouts, and it was a fantastic feeling just to be involved in it. I mean, they were exciting. I don't care. I'm a snooker fan, so anything that gets that close is, mouth-watering.
And the other thing was, we put up an ACCA last night in the first 4 matches, and it was all going on to the last one, and Vito Puopolo was the man. So he got through, the ACCA was landed, but not in the way you'd think, by knocking in them long blues in the tie-break against poor old Jasmine. Yeah, it did really well for herself, but we'll see her again.
Yeah, and of course, we're talking of shirts, and he is famous for the shirts, isn't he? Lee Richardson, and great to see you back on the box. But if we're talking about rapping in snooker, people would think of Peter Devlin, maybe?
No.
Right, tonight's fun fact. Peter Devlin is known as a snooker rapper, but he was not the first. Oh no. 1996, Lee the Shirt made one of his famous appearances on Big Break with Jim Davidson and John Virgo. Lee, don't leave, stay with us. Right, I haven't seen this yet, but we've got a little video to show in. If you're wondering who is that guy in the shirts, where has he come from? He is a former snooker professional, but also a bit of a rapper as well.
Davidson hosts this snooker quiz show with right-hand man, Mr. Waco Johnny Virgo. Contestants answer questions trying to win the big money. Jimmy D putting the players on, trying to crack the funny. Stevie Davis, Jimmy White, the man, Stephen Hendry. Terry Griffiths, Willie Thorne, and don't forget me. Everybody trying not to make a mistake. Lights, camera, action, big break.
Lights, camera, action,
quality.
big break.
I think he's tricked me out of this today. He said, my missus has been, she doesn't believe you were on Big Break, so I sent him a link, and he's tricked it out of me. Jason Francis.
And he being Jason Francis. Ah, man, that was
different.
Usually I've got some words for everything, but I'm afraid on that I don't. You know Lee from the Big Break days.
No, listen, he was a good player as well, don't worry about that. He's a good rapper, but that was quite a special moment, I think, for Big Break, because the rest of us all boring on there, you know. And he added a bit of something different to it all.
I've got no words, I'm telling you.
You've got no words for once. You've got nothing to say. It's quite fun, isn't it?
I don't mind getting tricked, but that's the lowest of low.
They've ruined you tonight, haven't they? You've been ruined.
I think you'll ever get over it, and probably neither will you. Right,
it's not that Billy Castle's seen it now. He's going to be giving me grief all
You've
night.
been giving it to Billy all week. Right, we're going to talk Hayden Pinney and Ryan Davis. Just very quickly, final thoughts on this match. We're going to get our finals night underway in just a few minutes' time. 2
left-handers, both very talented. Ryan Davis is a player with a massive future in the game. Very quiet lad, you know. I'm assuming if he wins, he'll come up here and he'll be very modest. But I've got to stick with Hayden Pinney because he was my player all the way through, and there's not going to be much between these two. It's the wag of a tail. Anyone could win.
And Ryan Davis has played the shot of the championship for me. The long red, the stun through off of 2 cushions to land perfect on the black. I mean, not many normal players would have just played the stun off the 1 cushion, but to play a stun run for over that distance was class.
The bookies are finding it very difficult in this match. They've got them almost at pick where you like between them. So that's how they see it, and I agree with them.
Ryan Davis just about the favourite, 4-5. Hayden Pinney at 10-11. So finals night, week 4. We will be underway shortly. And of course, if you'd like to get in touch, tell us where you're watching, who you're backing, and if you're enjoying the Snooker Legends 900, hashtag Snooker 900. It'll be great to hear from you. For now, though, we're going to take a little break and we'll get the action underway.
close to it, but he's got the cue ball back, which was his main objective. So, what's the shot here, Neil? Is he going to have to go for one, because the yellow's hampering him for one side?
The safety shot looks difficult to me, so golden rule was if you can't see a safety shot, you might as well play a pot. Oh, yes. Oh, brilliant. Didn't he cream it in? I know he's not great on the blue, but with the sort of red that will give you confidence. Brilliant.
Yeah, he's just going to probably screw this back just a fraction, just an inch, give himself 2 options. But that was a beautiful long shot we've seen again from him. Like I said, he's played the shot of the championship for me already, and that was pretty good. That was close to it.
And sometimes it's easier to, when your mind is made up, you have to go for one. There's no other shot really. It kind of helps that you've got to knock them in. I agree with you, it was a brilliant shot. So he's got in twice early here. Davis put himself in a favourite's position. I know we're a long way to go.
I tell you what, Neil, that annoys me when I say a player's waistcoat undone at the back, mate.
Well, you do see that. Some players have left it like that for years, haven't they? Never bothered to tie it all up, but you're a stickler for things like that, aren't you, Lee? That's why.
Well, I mean, it's cool. Sort of kind of wobbled in, didn't it? He's caught it a bit thin, which is why the cue balls run up the table.
Certainly hit it hard. He has to play a good shot here if he's going to get from brown to red. Didn't really. It was a half-hearted effort, wasn't it, to get on a ball. You know, a lead of 23 is okay, but maybe could have made a few more out of that.
Well,
Ryan Davies 15.
John, his coach, is sat downstairs, so if he does get through this, if he doesn't sort his waistcoat out before the next match, mate, if he gets through.
Well, if he gets through, you need to go down there and have a word, you know. I mean,
I'm not upsetting any of the players.
Get yourself down there and get that waistcoat, get it tied up at the back if you feel that strongly about it, Lee, which you seem to.
Right, he's got a thin edge. He's got a thin edge here. Definitely doesn't want to miss this altogether and give ball in hand.
And that's what happens, isn't it? They go the other way and catch them thick because of exactly what you said. What a nice shot this for Pinney, because, you know, playing safe is not easy with the red up the table.
This is a good shot.
That's very good. Lucky if he hits the brown ball. Not a bad kiss on it, I suppose.
No, and the red didn't quite muck the black up, so somebody can get in. That black is still available. All right, it's against the cushion, it makes it tricky. The pink looks quite tied up, except into the right pocket. So, doesn't want to catch this thick like he did last time. And that's the reason why.
He had to either play it very thin or swing it round a couple of cushions there, I think. And now he's left another chance, Ryan Davis. I don't think he'll mind the black being where it is. He might be trying to get on that. He can win the frame with what's in the middle of the table. So definitely advantage Ryan Davis now. Yes, we've got 8 minutes left, but depends how many's in it at the end of this break.
Okay, so one good positional shot here, and all those reds are looking beautiful in the middle of the table. Slightly low on the pink, so he's going to be the sensible shot is to just to roll this in and go up for the red next to the blue, which is what he's going to do.
tell you what, I think Ryan Davis would be a good poker player. You get no read from him. Gives nothing away in his facial expressions, does he? Just gets on with the game. A good temperament, I think.
Yeah, he's young and focused.
Trace of left-hand side, nicely played that. Beautiful little shot, in fact. Better than it looked. Side was to keep the Kiwi away from the 5 reds on the way back up. Now a little nudge into those reds. That's okay. He's got slightly awkward cue in Lee here, isn't he? That's the problem.
Yeah, so can't do a lot with the cue ball. It's whether he just dollies it in or whether he's gonna try and stun it in, is he?
Makes it more difficult, makes it missable, isn't it?
Oh, well, no problems for him.
Trouble is, all the reds, they don't go to the right corner from the left side, which is where the natural angle is.
No.
Maybe there is one that goes, but I'm not sure this break will go any further now.
I think he's just dollared it in to get the points. I thought he might sort of screw up into them.
50's a good lead.
Yeah, with 6 minutes left.
Key win behind the green and brown here would make him an even stronger favourite. That's what he's played, but he's not played it all that well.
So he's got to be going for this.
A little bit nervy. In fact, everything moved on that shot.
Yeah, he jumped up off that, and that's what he did last night actually. Because he, he was behind again. Is he going for another bagel?
Well, I mean, he's not played the ball for about 2 days, is he? Very one-sided at the moment, this opening frame, and the bookmakers had it absolutely deadlocked. They couldn't really decide. He's not going for the pink to the middle here. Surely he would knock it in, wouldn't he? You've got to be careful not going too negative here. The balls aren't that awkward. If you're going to play safe, he's got to put the green on the cush. And that's what he's done. I'd like to think that he could have played the pink and just won this frame. I think Alfie Lee would have had the frame won by now, put it that way.
I'll make you right. I thought he would have been playing the pink, but...
It's hard to say he's done it wrong because he's played a good frame, but sometimes these things come back to bite you, you know. There's enough time for a comeback in the frame. And now he's not got an easy shot here. If Hayden Penny got one chance, it might be one more than he'd have possibly had the pink been played to the middle. On the reds, game over. Handshakes, but not now. And 4.5 minutes, well, you can score a lot of points in that time.
So needs this to go in though.
He don't look like putting him, does he, at the moment? No, a lot of moving parts.
Had no table time. Another solid pot, bang in the middle.
Surely he can't keep running up the table. He's going to knock this pink in, isn't he? See, he'll probably win this match now, and he'll come up right, and you won't get a peep out of him in the studio because he's a very unassuming lad. He lets his snooker do the talking on the table, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Won't get a peep out of him. You wait and see. Nice lad. And he's almost there, but not quite yet. This would be some effort to nick this, wouldn't it? He's got to start somewhere, and you've got to get 2 or 3 reds and high-value colours just to get the show on the road.
Yeah.
But he's twitching all over the place. Playing on the black, I think, is the move here if you can. What's the point in not?
Just rolling it in. Roll the black in, roll the other red in. It's
yeah, this is kind of where things are either going to happen or not happen. Black goes in, the red's above it. All of a sudden he's got a chance, but this just have to go in.
Nice shot. Gave the pocket every chance there.
whether he wins or not, there is enough time to win. This is the point I'm making.
You just hate these with the rest. Down the rail with the rest is easy.
No, but it was a great shot. You're right, they're horrible shots. You might have to play on the double here, I think. Take the cue up past the pink. I think that's the best way of getting on the red. That's what he's tried. If this goes in, all of a sudden, all bets are off. Because he could still come out and come back and win this. He's got to go in, really. Treble?
It's there. Oh! I thought you were going to headbutt the screen there, Neil.
Well, I mean, that was a moment, wasn't it? And now, look, this is where Ryan Davis is going to have to keep his cool, which I'm sure he will, and not rush. And say, right, Hayden Penny, we've got 1:10 to somehow pull something out of the fire here.
This looks like a good shot.
He's completely taken the heat out of the moment, hasn't he, with that shot? Well done.
He knew he was deflated when he came to the table there and realised.
Ball in hand as well, Lee. And that's it, handshakes all round. Ryan Davis, I think, deserved that. Hayden Penny had a little bit of a fight back, but Ryan Davis is through to the semi-finals.
Hello, welcome back, and our first winner of the night is joining us here in the studio, Ryan Davis. Congratulations, Ryan. Did you feel like you had to sweat it out at all at the end of that match?
Yeah, panicking a bit right at the end there. One decent double and he's got a good chance of clearing up, really.
Yeah, we thought it might have been there as well.
I wondered, you know, there was a shot you refused the pink to the middle.
Yeah.
I wonder, would you have gone for that now? Because I don't think you'd have missed it, and it kind of maybe gave him an outside chance.
I did think about doing it. Probably to pot it out and go and win the frame from it.
Well, you put the green save. I'm not saying it was the wrong shot, but if you knock the pink in, you probably win it there and then.
Yeah.
5 minutes to spare. Difficult balance between an attacking player like Ryan, isn't it? Like you doing that and playing the safety. At the moment, he's got the balance right, I think.
And that's something you spoke to me about. I think it was on Monday. Yeah. We were chatting about getting the all-round game, because we know that you're a fabulous long potter, but it is kind of getting everything to align. Do you feel like, even in that match, that you were there?
Yeah, I was quite composed, really. I really had to go for one if I needed to, really. So, I felt like was playing percentage stuff.
You've been playing snooker all day, haven't you? How many matches do you have to play? 4 or 5 matches?
I was lucky I got by, so I only played 2 today.
Ah, I did buy 2 I thought he'd been playing all day. Anyway, he's here now and he's looking good.
Looking good, although they weren't too happy with how your waistcoat looked out there.
Yeah, I've been meaning to sort out for a few weeks now.
I mean, Lee Richardson, incandescent with rage. He liked his snooker, but he hated the belt being loose.
Look, Lee can't talk. We've already had someone tweet us, #snooker900, what, the shirt has run out of shirts.
Yeah.
When we would never thought that would happen, but it has. Listen, forget the waistcoat. You're into the next round.
Yeah.
And it's such a big moment tonight, isn't it? You want to be on that wall.
Oh, definitely. It's huge what we're playing for now. So hopefully I can carry on playing well and win the whole thing.
Oh, right.
He's got a great chance, don't worry, this fella.
You have.
Great chance.
Brilliant. Well done to Ryan Davis, who is our first man through, and he'll play the winner of either Aidan Owens, who's a really short price favourite for this one, 1-4 against David Taylor at the age of 79. He's the outsider at 5-2 in the match, but really is the battle of the Silver Foxes. Let's join Billy Castle and Lee Richardson in the commentary box.
Yes, welcome back, folks. Welcome back, Lee Richardson.
Cheers, Billy. That was, yeah, pretty one-sided, that first match there, but we got the battle of the Silver Foxes. We decided it's the Silver Fox versus the Silver Cub.
Yeah, it was a tight first game there. Well, not a tight first game there, Lee. I mean, Aidan couldn't really get into it there, unfortunately, but fair play to Ryan Davis. He's booked his spot in the semis, and now let's look forward to this match.
Yeah, he's a very quick, very good long potter. He's Aidan. He's fresh from just winning the Paul Hunter reunion tournament a few weeks ago, so you know his form is there definitely.
Yeah, Aidan, I've seen a lot of him on the seniors tour. He believed in himself as well, Lee, doesn't he? You know, you talk to Aidan, he believes he can beat anyone. So make no mistake about it. You know, he wouldn't be a shock winner tonight.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. So, David Taylor's just caught that a fraction thick, which is why he's not got the cue ball as far up, but he's not left anything on.
You know, for me, David, to win these matches tonight, he's going to have to sort of scrap it out. So he won't mind seeing the black go safe to Lee if he can just, you know, nick a few points here and there. And
yeah, definitely. But this is a tough one already because the black's in the way to get up the table. So, you know, could just roll into the pack, but he's playing just off the pack. So this doesn't want to go in off. Oh dear.
that was a trouble, that shot, Lee.
That's kind of his worst nightmare there, because now Aidan's got ball in hand, and it would be nice just to get a few on the board. You want first chance, don't you, Billy?
Yeah, like I say, Aidan there would have wanted first chance to settle himself down. He wouldn't want to see David get in early and, you know, nick a little 16, 20-point lead. You know, 'cause you start feeling a bit, but now Aidan's be relaxed here. If this pink goes in the left pocket, he's got a good chance of making a few. You know, there's a lot up for grabs tonight, Lee.
Yeah, I mean, we already know that the Guinness World Book of Records has verified that David Taylor is the oldest player ever to play a match on the TV.
Yeah, that's absolutely incredible. 79 years of age.
He was in the swimming pool in the hotel this morning. Did a few hundred lengths.
That's absolutely incredible what he's doing at his age.
14.
That wasn't a good shot there, Lee.
No, he put the pink in the wrong side of the pocket, didn't he? And he's screwed back a couple of inches, and he's not on the red underneath. Oh, good recovery.
That was a lovely pot there. You know, he's overdone it. He did it that well.
Yeah, you struggle on that shot, don't you, to get right side of the blue. So. Just enough.
Yeah, he's on one now. I'm surprised he didn't just play the rolling shot there, you know, on and off the bottom cushion. He had a red at the bottom of the pack there. That
He's
went.
going to play the red underneath the pink.
You know, it was a tougher pot, but you know, the other trouble that he had there, he was going into the red, so he was, you know, it was.
Yeah, he couldn't guarantee position.
Couldn't guarantee position early on the colour, could he? But you know, David's got a shot here. Leave the white up in the yellow pocket.
Yeah, just make sure you're at the cushion. That's the shot.
Yeah, he was in earlier on today doing his little practice, going through his routines. He'd just like to get his hand on the table and get a few pots, Lee, wouldn't he, David?
Yeah. I'll just clip off the red that's on the pink spot. This is a nice shot.
Yeah, he's going to be forced into taking one of these shots on early.
He's banging trouble there straight away. As soon as you know, don't you, when you're a player, as soon as you make contact with that red, you know whether you've hit it well or whether you've hit it too thin or too thick. And Aidan will be very happy with that. Oh dear, that was close, Billy. It's,
yeah, that was close there. He nearly done what he done earlier on in the frame, went off, but I'm not sure if Aidan's got a thin cut where he take the white back to bulk here. Right, he's made a dump shot there, Lee.
yeah, don't take any risks. Don't leave anything. You know, just don't want to give anybody a chance once you've got a little lead. I know it's only 24, and we've got. I'm not sure what we've got left. We've got 10 minutes or something. Yep, 10 minutes.
Obviously, last night in David's first match, you know, he compiled a couple of 20 breaks in him, so it's not. But that is, you know, he can't be doing that shot there.
No, it just took a risk, wouldn't it? Because he's trying to get underneath the red, and he's caught the middle knuckle.
Yeah, he could have just played the simple shot there
and just put it back on the black cushion.
Yeah. Oh, that's not a good shot.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, he's got the cannon.
I'm not sure why he was playing that at that pace, Lee.
Yeah, so that was.
No, he's playing a safety shot.
He's keeping it tight, but you know, this does pot.
Yeah, well, obviously we can see Aidan quite clearly. His plan tonight is to leave David long distance shots. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even see that shot from up there on the cushion. I mean, it's like see, it's just the long shots when you're a little bit older. They're just so much more difficult, Billy. I mean, you don't have a problem with that. You slap them in from anywhere. But for me, if I'm on that top cushion, it's like I can't even see the red, let alone see what potting angle it needs.
Yeah, it was quite clear to see Aidan's game sort of plan tonight was leave him long because, you know, David, like, he's made no secret about it. His eyesight's not what it once was.
Oh, that's a poor shot. He's just got into that. Too low on the white ball.
Yeah, well, he's got a red up in bulk here, I mean. But he's not. He's had 3 or 4 golden opportunities here. He's not really got away from David. He's only 32 points in front.
Nice long pot. Wasn't leaving anything if he missed that, was he? He was kept the cue ball up there.
Yeah, it was a controlled pot there. He's finished nice on the yellow to the middle air lead to run back down for these reds. You know, even that really he's finishing very awkward on shots here. You know, he didn't need to hit it that hard and finish on that red. He could have just, you know, played it down. You've had the red by the pink into the left corner pocket there. The red with the rest maybe into the right corner pocket.
Yeah.
I know he's finished unlucky, he has, but
touching ball was just played away. And he's left David a long straight red here. This takes some cueing. It takes some eyesight as well. He's kind of doing a Mark Gray on him, isn't he?
yeah,
Keeping him long.
he's just keeping David long. Like I say, this shot here. He's just putting them back up in the book. Not doing anything silly. He could have took the red on there up into the yellow pocket.
Yeah, I've got to say David Taylor looks great.
Unbelievable.
I mean, if you'd have said he was 69, he looks great. But 79.
Well, the thing is, when you see him in person, he looks even better than he does on the cameras. So, it's amazing.
Yeah, they say the camera adds 4 or 5 pounds. As they say, they've added. I mean, I'm much slimmer than what I've looked like on the TV so far.
It's all them cakes you've been bringing in there.
Don't get a chance to have one though, do I? You're first in.
You know, even that shot, you want to be a bit more down on this thread because he's running away from the blue here. You know, he's built a good lead up here. 42 points. It's another nice shot there from Hayden, just leaving David long here. I'd say it's been pretty one-way traffic early, hasn't it? I mean, the bookmakers had it at 1 to 4. It was very short for a reason, really. They've not been far wrong so far.
Yeah, well, he's just keeping him long. He's got a shot to nothing here. So have it again. You know, it's just such a long way. These youngsters, Alfie Lee, you know, Ryan Davis, they just eat those up, don't they? I mean, even you do. I mean, they are your bread and butter shots, aren't they?
Yeah.
And you get a bit longer, you know, a bit older, and these long ones are just so difficult.
Well, you know, you play them shots now, you leave them shots out in the top of the amateur game, and it's the same as the pro game, that 9 times out of 10, then pots are going in and your opponent's going to score off it. You know, that's the game now, isn't it? You know, pot, ball, score, attack.
So he's got a chance of this red into the middle pocket, but he's going to be leaving nothing. He's leaving nothing. Great pot.
That's a nice pot from David there. Now, if he can just pop the screen, you know, all the reds are in the open.
Yeah, natural angle to get on the red. Just roll this in, play the red into the middle pocket next to the yellow.
Yeah, this is a good chance for David here, just to get his arm on the table and score a few points, and
well,
he can, you know, he can accumulate a few points here.
I mean, before that shot, there wasn't a difficult ball on the table. There still isn't, but he's the wrong side of the blue.
Yeah, would you just play like a little light stun shot here? Leave the red thin, because he can come off the 2 cushions like that. He's left it a bit too high there.
Yeah.
You know, he had to leave it.
I think a bit late. He's going to cannon the black here if he cuts this in.
It's going towards that black. He's looking at the tough black here, Lee. This was make or break.
He doesn't have a lot of option, does he? He's hampered if he plays the blue or the yellow. Wow, what a shot. What a shot.
That's a brilliant shot now. If he pots this red to the middle here, he doesn't have to do anything with the cue ball. He's on the pink. All of a sudden.
Oh, the ref's in the way. Oh. So this is it. This is. I mean, there's a chance here.
Well, this is the big shot here, Lee.
Okay. Try and keep still. No twitching. Stay on the shot.
That's a lovely shot. I'm getting excited, Lee.
All of a sudden, I can tell you're fidgeting. to us, you've got 20 seconds after he puts the pink on the table.
25.
Yeah, make no mistake about it. Aiden will be feeling not too good inside now, Lee, with these, if this red goes in.
But the pressure's building with every pot though, Billy.
26.
You know, he's just got to roll this in the
Yeah,
plain
leave
ball.
the 2 reds into the corner left.
Yep.
Taylor, 26.
Slightly rolls up that middle. I think that's caught him out there.
One.
Okay, Aidan Owens is now 17 in front. 43-26 at the table.
Yeah, you know, that pink there in the middle, David would have potted that. He was right back in the frame there, Lee. But this is Finn. You know, he was open for a bit of luck on this, and he's at... Has he had it? Or was the pink back on the spot?
Look at his face, he's got a little grin.
He thought he was perfect for a second there, Lee, didn't he?
He's having a little think. Okay, folks, I just want to apologise for the lost scores there. I've had a technical issue. But it's still running in the room. So there you go, folks. That's the second match of the evening done and dusted. And I'm afraid we've lost the 79-year-old David Taylor, but it was a pleasure watching him after all these years. So the winner through to the semi-finals tonight is Aidan Owens.
Well, we've just enjoyed the battle of the silver foxes here, the Snooker Legends 900. It's the silver cub who has made it through. Congratulations to Aidan Owens, who joins Lee and myself now. How was that for you?
was all right. I wasn't nervous at all until I played a dodgy safety, and I thought I'm in trouble here. And that was
he
it.
started slotting them in the middle, didn't he?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it opened up, and it looked good for the clearance. But if you got to roll one into that left-hand middle, you're dicing with death. But I was feeling for you.
Yeah, I just thought, oh, here we go. It's not going to be my day at the end. I played the wrong shot. Normally I'd just gone for the long red and either missed it by a mile or potted it. And I chose to play safe, which is very unlike me.
Yeah, I mean, I was telling everybody what a good long pot were. Then all of a sudden he's turned into the nugget.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
But hold on, I mean, like, listen, it's nice knocking in lovely long pots, but you want to play the right game to get you through to the final and to be crowned the winner tonight, because it's huge opportunity. Were you aware of just how short you were in terms of price and expected to win against David Taylor? I mean, just tell me what sort of pressure that brings.
Oh, everyone's saying, like, 1 to 4 on, no pressure, it's everything like that. You're going, there's no such thing as a guaranteed win, a dead cert.
Not in this format.
No, not in any format, I don't think, but it was... I'm glad to get over the line, put it that way. So
absolutely, and it's one match at a time tonight. You're into the semi-final. You play Ryan Davis, who I think from here on in now it's going to be very, very tough, isn't it? Whoever you play.
Oh yes, definitely, 100%. I mean, he beat me on Monday. He potted in, as Lee said, the shot of the week against me, and I was always holding on to his shirt tails from there.
I think it's a nicer position for you now, because you'll probably be second favourite, because he's favourite to win the group anyway, so you're coming in as like nothing to lose type of thing, whereas there it's a completely different feeling. You're 4 to 1 arm to it's a horrible position. And especially when he's clearing up like that, all of a sudden banging trouble.
I just thought, oh my god, get me out of here.
Here we go.
Here we go again.
You're thinking what Dennis did the first week, the dish he did. So yeah, it's always on.
Listen, well done.
Yeah, that's still in it, so still got a chance.
Yeah, and you're going to be playing Ryan Davis, a match we're looking forward to. So if you are just tuning in, let's just bring you up to date on what we've seen so far tonight, finals night, week 4, and what we can expect next, because we're just minutes away from looking forward to Mark Gray and Alfie Lee. What a match that will be. Mark Gray, even money. Alfie Lee 8-11, and then Wayne Townsend 4-6 against Vito Puopolo at 11-10. So we'll be finding out who will be the next 2 players into our second semi-final this evening. But Aidan Owens there, Neil has rejoined us. What did you make of that?
No, good, wasn't it? I always felt he might win. I'm glad David got his chance. It's not nice when someone doesn't get an opportunity. He's waited since last night to get it, and he missed a ball to the middle pocket, a pink, and we've seen them, once you think they're not in, they always miss at the top join into that pocket. You've got to get to know the table. But Aidan Owens, really, probably we haven't mentioned enough. I mean, he has got a good chance. His name begins with an A. Everything ticks the boxes, and also he's a good player as well. El Clasico coming next. Monday's winner against Tuesday's winner. This is a fascinating game. It
really is, and Alfie Lee is the favourite at 8-11. And just a quick reminder to keep your tweets coming in. Hashtag Snooker900. Aidan is tuning in from Ireland. Great to see the sport try new things and give opportunities to these players. And Ross Hamilton also sent us a tweet earlier using the hashtag, not wondering how you've ever run out of shirts.
Who said that?
Ross Hamilton.
Oh, well, that's all right. I thought you said Anthony Hamilton. I was going to say he's me pal. He's not going to say anything bad.
He hasn't got many shirts, to be honest with you these days.
I could give him. He's not got much hair left either.
So good to hear from all of you. Keep them coming. Join the chat on this late night of snooker fun. Right, we're ready for Snooker 900's El Clasico. Let's join first up Billy Castle in the commentary box.
Yes, welcome back, folks. And what a match we have on our hands here. Monday night's winner, Mark Gray. He's Tuesday night's winner, Alfie Lee. Yeah, this is a hell of a quarter-final match. And welcome back, Neil Folds.
Yeah, interesting game. Both left-handers, but a real clash of styles between these pair. Mark Gray's been around a long time. He plays pool more than snooker these days, but he boasts a win over Jimmy White, as we know, in a ranking event back in 1998. But he kind of has found a method in this. On Monday night, he just put everyone down really with his style. It wasn't so much his long pots like the one he just missed, it's more that he got in, protected the lead. However, does this red go past the black?
Yeah, it does go in. There was a little bit of a, he wasn't going for them shots the other night. He's been a bit attacking straight away there, and he's left Alfie a chance there.
Very confident player, Alfie Lee, but to back it up, he hits the ball nicely, and I think that's the key.
Yeah, he does get through the cue ball very well now.
8.
The way he's playing, he's fancying to score a few here.
You made a point last night, Pete, that he's got a real presence, and I do agree with you. He really has. He's got a bit of a swagger around the table. I know that the results aren't there yet, but I think they're going to come. He's got a talent for the game. Good player when he's in, but he doesn't look as if he's uncomfortable out there in any way, does he?
No, he's got a good presence around the table. Like, he believes in himself. Even when he's in now, he looks like he's going to score. He's not one of them players you look at and think there's a miss coming up any minute here. So he gets through the cue ever so well. He hardly touched that shot there.
He's a bit straight on this blue, so his next red's going to be a bit like the one he's just played, I think. That kind of mid-range.
Yeah, he is ever so good at them pots. Also, it'd be interesting there to see Mark Gray's approach now, because he's normally grabbed a lead early on and protected it, and I know it's a long time left in the frame now, but at some point he's going to have to pot a few balls in this frame if he does get a chance.
Yeah, if the chance comes at all, because he's played it beautifully. He can get the reds open here, and let's see how he does it. If he can get the right amount of spin on the cue ball, the cue ball won't travel up the table. What sometimes happens is the cue ball disappears up past the blue on these if you're not careful. And he's not even gone down that route, he's played it quite cannily. But that's fair enough, he's played on the loose red, he's nudged one out.
Yeah, like I say, he's nudged another red out there, so he's on this red. He's got another red free to the middle. He's built a 30-point lead up already. If he puts red, black, red, pink, he's got another red to the left pocket. I know we're thinking 3-4 shots ahead here now, but it'd be 50 points in front before he goes into the pack.
I do think though that he will continue to try and pop balls. I don't think he will go on the defensive. Sometimes there is the moment, but week one Andrew Norman made a break of 129. Why didn't he make play safe on 60? Because he felt he could keep potting. That's basically part of the game.
Well, still, like I say, it's the quickest and best way to win a frame now.
That's a good shot. Although now
39.
this is a little bit thin to get the bunch open. This is not so easy. Playing it with left hand run inside means you can miss the black if you're trying to get into the bunch. I think he's playing it though with the trusser side. He deserves to be on something, and he is, but this is not easy.
No, this is a tough pot. I'm not sure what he's looking at here in the pack. If there's a shot to nothing where he's playing a plant there.
Well, has he found a plant? I mean, he don't have to play this plant. That's the point. This is something that really he'd almost rather than play this loose red, I think. Oh, what a shot!
Yeah, well, that loose red there, that plant, he was opening everything up there.
What do you do here, Billy? He's entitled to play safe if he wants to, but
yeah, it's tough to get on the red after it. I think he's playing the right shot. He had tied the green on the side cushion.
Well, if you hadn't been watching Alfie Lee last night, you've just seen what he's capable of there. Okay, he hasn't won the frame in one visit, but he's played the sensible shot. He didn't never rush your blood having potted that and try and keep the break going. Now, Mark Gray is getting some of his own treatment here. He's way behind. As you say, how's he going to get back into it?
Yeah, because at the minute, like I say, he's been nicking the points, running. Now all of a sudden, his game plan, has not worked in this frame. So he's got to pop balls and score now to get back into it.
It's a good safety shot as well, isn't it? He said last night, Alfie, that in a longer format he's more of a safety player. I'm amazed by him saying that.
Yeah, now I've seen a lot of Alfie, and you know, as there's not a lot of youngsters that you know, has got a safety game like him. You know, I've played him, I've seen him play on Pro-Ams, Q Tours, Q School, and he is granite. You know, he can put the safety game on and stay there all day. You know, he's got a very, very good safety game. Oh.
Enough would have been interesting. They got the double kiss. He didn't screw back the length and half of the table. Anyway, Mark Gray has just not had a chance yet.
He's got a tricky shot here. He's got to try and avoid the white behind the yellow there.
Suppose he played that and you're thinking, well, I'll try and cut that in and I'll be able to cover it with something if it doesn't go in. He's just looking for any in that he can find.
Yeah. You know, Alfie had a couple of weeks ago, had a very good win and won the Pro-Ams here at Redden. You know, he beat another young prospect who's on tour, Jackson Page, 4-0. You know, that takes some doing there.
Jackson Page is a very talented player, of course, won a match at the Crucible back in April, beating Barry Hawkins.
You know, for me, Jackson's one of them players that is going to climb up the rankings very, very fast.
Now, Mark Gray has got a chance. He's got a very fast, almost Mark Allen-like cue action. In that the last part of it is all a bit of a blur, but he's always been like that.
Yeah, that was a nice pop there, Neil.
True though, isn't it? You know, his cue action's not classical.
No,
jabby at the last moment.
And he did say earlier on, you know, when he was on tour, that's what he sort of struggled with on the match tables, was his cue action.
Well, listen, this is a half decent chance to get 30 or 40. I'm going to put the curse on him because any shot's missable. But he probably needs to get 30 or 40. There's still 7.5 minutes left just under, so
14.
There's no problem on that score.
Yeah, he's played that nice, that shot there.
Yeah, right back in this now. He takes what's in the middle of the table. You know, he's almost back on track. Very interesting.
Yeah, this could get interesting very quickly here. Now, if he takes these 3 red, 3 pinks, yeah, he's got red up there by the brown.
21.
Oh, Neil. I didn't see that one coming.
Barbary 21.
You can't say he jabbed at it because, like I say, that's how he plays all his shots.
Yeah, I never see that one coming there.
No, close up, he's normally very reliable. How does Alfie play this black? I mean, I don't know. I think the players wouldn't be trying to push the boat out too far here, but I don't know if that fits with his game plan very much. Play this, pop this in the middle. Such a good shot, isn't it, Billy?
That was a brilliant shot, Neil. Absolutely brilliant.
If you're 20 or 30 behind, you play that freely, don't you? You think, well, I've got to play it.
7.
If you're few in front, you don't need to, and that's what makes it difficult. Your mindset's changed. It didn't change his mindset.
8.
No, you know, he's leaving everything open there for the counter-attack again for Mark Gray, and you know, he'd be buzzing inside after that pot. He feels so confident now. Yeah, this red body yellow Neil must go.
14.
I didn't think it did, but obviously the way that both players have looked at it, yeah, and that really unlocks everything. That cue right
15.
back there, right back to his, as far back as it would go on his bridge hand.
Well, Mark Gray, like, so going back to him, he had a great chance here, didn't he?
Well, he had one good chance, and yes, we just saw he missed that thread.
70.
This goes in, it's completely lights out. Ooh, well, he's probably done enough, hasn't he?
70.
43 in it. He's going to take something monumental too.
It's not a bad safety shot either.
Yeah.
That's a good shot. A bit fortunate with the bump there, Neil, but
yeah, very much so. I tell you what he's done, Alfie, and he's that's an awkward shot here. Hang on a sec. Hold up. Ooh, that would have been interesting. There's no point in potting this because he can't get onto the black from it, can he? But what he's done, Alfie Lee, he's won 15-minute matches with probably about 4 or 5 minutes to spare. I don't think he went for that. Not sure, but not only has he won these games, he's winning them out of sight, isn't he?
yeah, he's been, like I say, coughing out his winning frames very easy. Like I say, if that red would have went in, he'd have won it with 5 minutes to spare. But still not over yet.
No, because the black's out in the open now, so that gives him a bit of hope.
There's a cue ball going there.
That's all right. But you can knock it in.
Yeah, you kind of feel the worst when these young ones are queuing up to these shots now.
Ooh. What? It's a bit of a plot twist, Billy.
Wow.
Billy visibly looked shocked by that. So did I. Wow.
He's just got to get them.
Well, I don't know what to say because this match looked over. I don't know if it is over now, all of a sudden.
Well, he's got plenty of time now.
Well, he has. He's just got to not panic here. Well, he doesn't even need to get on the black now. Goodness me. And the time, because Alfie Lee is so quick, and he does what he does so quickly, there's a lot of time left at the other end of the 15 minutes, isn't there, for the comeback? No, he doesn't want to take the green, he must take the brown. Green only means he can tie. And he'd like to play on the green.
One good shot off.
No, the yellow to green to brown's not easy here, is it? Like, you've got to give him from one end of the table to the other, Billy.
Yeah, he's got some tough little positional shots here, Neil.
This is a big shot now. If he knocks this and gets on the brown, then all of a sudden he's favourite, isn't he? Massive shot, this one, Billy.
This is the shot, Neil, for me. If he gets on the brown here, he's gone favourite for the frame.
Oh. Well, hang on, has he left it in? Well, he has. Well, I tell you what, there was nearly a massive turnaround in this frame there. And I've got the feeling that he's very relieved, Alfie Lee.
Yeah, he'd be relieved after this if this green goes in, Neil. He'd be very relieved.
There's the other side of it, though. Mark Gray was given that chance because Alfie did all the damage so quickly. So there's all that time left. And I suppose that's the one downside to playing quickly. You open the door late on in the frame and your opponent has got all that time left in the locker. But it's not really been enough this time.
Well, you probably need to pop brown, blue, get the snooker on the pink now, and hope there's not enough time, is there?
I think so. Especially when Anthony is going to take all of his time, I think, if he is in a snooker. Well, he's not going to take it any further. And well, Alfie Lee, well, very entertaining game. He was brilliant at the start of the frame. Bit of a hiccup though when he missed altogether, left ball in hand. But he's relieved and he's through to the semi-finals.
Well, the Snooker Legends 900 brings all sorts of drama and excitement, but a lot of tension tonight, of course. They're playing for a place in the grand final, and Alfie Lee joins us as the winner of that match. Congratulations, Alfie. We had a great time watching it. I'm not too sure about you playing at the end there.
I thought with the 40 break that I made, 47 break I made, I thought I'd settle down. And then I had the red to win the match, and I twitched it, which I wasn't expecting. But just glad to get over the line, you know.
I suppose it was that when you missed the reds altogether and left him, all of a sudden he can only tie the frame. Now he can win it, got a ball in hand. And it felt like the wheel had fallen off, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought the gods of snooker was against me there.
Yeah.
But yeah, just glad to get over the line.
At the age of 19, you're already talking about the snooker gods. We believe in them.
Yeah, certainly.
But what I said in commentary there is, because of your fast style, if you get a 50 or 60 in front early, there's still enough time, because you've done it so quickly.
Yeah,
you've got all this much time left for the other guy to catch up.
Yeah, I looked at the clock after the 47 break, and there was still like 10 and a half minutes left.
I know.
And I was saying to myself, Alf, you've got to slow down. Because I could have made that 47, and probably, if I'd have took my time with it, and got the clock down to probably around 6 or 7 minutes, it put him under pressure.
You can't change your style too much.
Yeah.
Your quick play, you play slowly, then you think about shots too long.
Yeah.
That's the other, and you miss them because you're overthinking. That's the problem.
You got it now. This is it.
You don't want to take yourself out of your rhythm, and I think, yes, we've got the time restriction of the 20 seconds, but you want to play your natural game.
Yeah, you do. That's the only way you're going to get the best out of yourself, or the best out of myself anyway, by playing my own game.
He's been brilliant the last night and tonight. It was just a minor blip there, but I tell you what, you know, he's up for this, I think. I mean, I don't know how you feel, but you must be pleased with how you're playing.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm up for it. Now I've got past Mark, it's game on.
I believe him.
Game on.
Well, you told us last night you're going to do some damage, and you've been really impressive, but you want to go all the way.
Yeah.
You want to be on the board, and you wanted to win the whole thing outright. That's the plan.
Oh, yes.
That is the plan. It's your dad's birthday tonight. Is he with you?
Certainly is, and yes, he's downstairs watching. 48 today. Maybe the shirt will give him a birthday song.
I think we'll spare everyone that.
I think your dad could do without that, really, couldn't he, on his birthday?
Yeah, 48.
Oh, yeah.
What has he been telling you?
Not much, just saying, just go out there and enjoy it, play your own game. He trusts me to go out there and just do what I do, so that's good.
That's good advice.
Have you had a lot of people get in touch, tweets, messages, a lot of your friends?
Yeah, I have. But I try and just keep my phone off, to be honest, and just try to get on with it.
It's a problem we never used to have, you see, back in the day, you do well, do badly, and there was no mobile phones, nothing like that. You can just live in your own bubble, but it's hard to now, isn't it?
It's very, very hard with how social media is nowadays. But yeah, Neil said it. He said it right.
Right, we're going to let you go and enjoy your next match. We're going to be finding out who Alfie will be playing shortly, either Wayne Townsend, who's 4-6, or Canada's Vito Puopolo, who is 11-10. But we're going to have a little look towards next week and some of the exciting players that we'll be looking forward to. And, we'll have Patsy Fagan to start with. Let's bring them up on screen on Monday next week. But, of course, we still have a whole load of snooker to enjoy tonight. Our next match will be finding out who the fourth player will be to complete the semi-final lineup for tonight, and Patsy Fagan will be the legend, the marquee player, but we've got a few legends in there. We've got Nigel Bond, who was the original winner of the snooker shootout and an absolute legend of the game as well.
You've got to love the diversity of all of this. I mean, I saw Monique, who talks about snooker, wrote on a blog today, this is the most diverse tournament. You've got Patsy Fagan, you've got JCB, Jamie Curtis, Barrett, English Amateur Champion. You've got a player from Israel, Eden Shav. You've got Pete Doherty out the Libertines coming in on Tuesday. Pop stars. You've got everyone playing. It's not the same Peter Doherty, but you've got a real good mixture of players, haven't you, Lee?
Yeah, don't forget there's some top. I mean, I played in the English team with Daniel Ward. You've got Richard Emery, who's a great potter. Fergal Quinn, great, up and coming player. I mean, Lee Martin is a mate of mine. It's Philip Williams, great player. Slow, but listen, I'm telling you now, he will not be slow next week. If he does, you're going to pay the price.
Well, if he's slow, he'd be time fouled, wouldn't he? So he needs to get skates. No, you're right. It's a great bunch of players again next week. Patsy Fagan is one of my all-time favourites. I grew up, watched him in London, and he is a most diamond of a human being, and he was a brilliant snooker player.
All right, so that's all next week. We're getting carried away a little bit, but I think we just look forward to these new players that you'll know from years gone by. We had the lovely blast from the past. This week, the Silver Fox in David Taylor. But ahead of our next match, I really want to get your thoughts on it, because Wayne Townsend, to start with, Neil, was one of your outside picks this week. He plays Vito Puopolo, who's come all the way from Canada, current Canadian champion. Great to see Vito here. He's not favoured to win the match, but on what we've seen last night, do you think that he might be able to cause an upset?
Well, I think on talent, I think Wayne is a better player, but Vito has shown us what he can do. He's a wily player, picked up the format quickly, so it's closer, I think. If they played in a Pro-Am somewhere, I think Wayne would win, but I'm less confident of that under this format, which Vito, he seems to have kind of found a way to play it.
But listen, Vito nilled Hayden Pinney, our choice to win this week, nilled him last night. Bageled him. So, he's strong enough to play. He can do a Mark Gray on him. So there's no danger about these players. They do what they have to win.
I agree. Listen, I think Wayne will win, but I'm not completely ruling out, Vito working his magic, putting his spell on the game.
I agree. I think Wayne will win, but Vito's capable of winning.
Yeah.
Alfie Lee is very confident, very focused, isn't he? He is completely in the zone.
I mean, the pink he's potted in the sort of the back half of that frame. He didn't have to play it. He leaves a chance if he misses it, and he cues it in. I think he was saying, "Happy birthday, Dad, have some of that."
You know what? The problem is with him, his strength is his weakness. He's fearless. He thinks nothing can go wrong, and it probably won't. But if it does, it can nearly go wrong in a big way, and that's what happens. So we enjoy watching him, but sometimes the wheel can fall off.
I mean, it's fallen off a lot of players in recent years.
Lovely, brave youth flair, hasn't he? Of course, he's already booked himself a place in the semi-final. But who will he play? Let's find out. Wayne Townsend or Vito Puopolo? Let's get to the commentary box, and to start with, let's get to Billy Castle.
Yes, thank you, Rachel. This is the last of our 4 quarterfinals tonight between the Canadian champion Vito Puopolo and Wayne Townsend. This is an interesting matchup, folks. Because Vito, he's impressed me this week. I'd like to welcome back Lee Richardson.
How are we doing, Billy? Oh, that was quite a last game there.
Yeah, that was a.
I mean, when he's cued the pink in the middle like that, I thought it was all over. If he misses the pink, he's leaving everything, and he's just hit it so well. And then of course he's made that one little mistake, and he's got a chance.
Well, Wayne's gone for a pot there. He's missed it by a country, as we would say, Lee, and he's snookered Vito.
The old country mile. He's had a bit of Bingham's ball run there.
Yeah, well, Mark Gray, like I say, going back to that, Lee.
Oh, he's just ball in hand straight away.
Is it?
Where's it going to reach?
Wow.
Foul shot.
That never looked hard enough, Lee, did it? And it nearly made it.
I mean, but he's played a drag shot there, didn't he? At the bottom of the white ball. Or did he?
Yeah, just so much margin of error there.
I mean, there's basically nothing that goes at the bottom of that pack. It's a fatal error. But at the end of the day, there is only one red out the pack at the moment, so.
And Wayne's not played that great. He's just playing for the points here and running by the looks of it. You know.
So is he smashing it?
Yeah, for me, Lee, he had to finish low on that black to go into the pack there. He couldn't go in from one like that. He was just
touching
ball. Too bad though. Like I say, touching ball.
So the figure of 8 shot.
Wayne Townsend 8.
Yeah, going back to the last match there, Lee, I think Mark Gray will be kicking himself.
Yeah, a couple of good chances there, was it?
He did have a couple of good chances in that game, you only asked for one good chance in this frame, and Mark had 2 of them. He's got a little bit of form back there, Vito.
So is he playing one cushion there? This is it. You can't go wrong there. Plenty of pace. All right, he's left this red, but you've got to hit the pack, haven't you?
Yeah, that's the main objective for us is to hit the pack.
So he could do with 2 little cannons here. Glance off the red that's next to the one he's playing, and then onto the other one. Oh, he's missed them all.
Oh, he's not quite reached the pocket.
Oh.
I think there, you know, Lee, he's concentrated so much on missing the 2 reds of cannons to lay
Would
get
you
on
have played
the black.
the 2 cannons?
He could have, yeah, like I say, could have flicked the top red and tried to push the white full ball onto the next red.
Because then it clears the second red off the black spot.
You know, he could have screwed the black back there and cleared it, but... Oh, Wayne. Oh. Oh, I think he's just worried about the plant so much there, he's forgot about the cue ball and nearly went in off.
Well, I think the beeps came and he's had a little panic up.
Wayne Townsend, 1.
Yeah, this could be the cagiest of all 4 quarterfinals, I think, Lee. No, I think there's a bit of twist and turns going to happen in this frame.
Well, I mean, you don't want to be fouling. Now this has opened it up.
If he gets a cover on the yellow, it's a good shot.
Yeah.
And he has. You know, he's been fortunate there not to leave that red. So he's forcing Wayne into over a pot here.
So do you play the red that's sort of second away from the cushion and leave the cue ball in the corner of this pocket? Or do you think he's going to go for it?
Yeah, he's going for the pot here. There is a path back to ball which he's played.
Well called, Billy. Doesn't want to go off. Oh.
Has he left a gap here, Lee? I'm not sure he's left a Watford.
Do you think?
Well, he's looking at it. Yeah, he doesn't have to do too much with the cue ball, so you get the black waiting for him.
Doesn't want to roll it too soft though. Oh, I think he's played cushion first, has he? And just trying to nestle on it.
Yeah, he's played that
Yeah,
nice.
good shot. He's not left that red to the left of the black spot, has he, Billy? Nope. Oh, what's he doing here?
Yeah, it's a nice shot, Lee. We were looking there. Wondering what he was doing.
Yeah, so did I. It looked a bit odd from this angle.
It's cleared that red away from the pocket as well, so... You know, Wayne looks a lot more calmer tonight than he did the sort of first night, Lee. First night he was trying so hard just to get through. Oh.
Well, I mean, he's played a terrible shot there. I'm not sure what he's played at all, and seems to have only left this little snick into the pocket.
Yeah, Wayne's just got to keep his cool there because his eyes lit up there because he see that nice easy red on him.
That's a disaster.
Yeah, all of a sudden, he's bang under it.
You've got no time to hang your head,
No,
Wayne. You've got to get on with it. Make sure you hit the colour.
I'm saying Wayne's got to be careful where his head doesn't drop. He's just got to hit the colour. That's a nice shot.
This is a great shot.
Wayne Townsend,
It could have gone so wrong then for him.
He could have been in so much trouble there. You know, if he would have missed that green there, his head could have even dropped there, Lee.
I mean, that's the problem when you've got those thin snicks. You're not absolutely 100% of where you've got 15-minute frame. You're not 100% what the cue ball's going to do, Billy.
No.
And he's just caught the black, and he put himself in a whole world of trouble.
Well, it's like I say, Lee. Sorry there, but if he would have potted that red, got a nice flick on the black, and did get on a colour, you know, it was luck. So
yeah,
I know he's unlucky that he's snooking himself, but you are open to luck to get out onto a colour.
Yeah, I agree. But he played a brilliant shot in that green. Because all of a sudden, and if he comes to the table, if Vito comes to the table with ball in hand and places it on the right red, God, there were some points there to be earned.
Yeah, definitely you'd have fancied him to score a few there. But Wayne's, you know, he looks a little bit. I'm not quite sure.
He's got to be careful of the middle pocket here. Used the knuckle. Dicing with death there, if you ask me. He could have just clipped off the red next to the blue and played a safety shot.
That shot there, he was so close to going off there, Lee. That's Vito weighing this shot up. Now he's back to the 2 cushion safety as he fin off this red, try and get in behind the green.
Oh, it's thick. So, Wayne, this is your chance.
Yeah, this is a chance Wayne's been waiting for here.
Obviously, the first colour's not straightforward, as he's just the wrong side on this red.
1.
He wanted to be the other side of it, didn't he? So he could have played for the black, but he's nicely on the brown.
Yeah, he's just got
to avoid all those. Got to avoid the pink and the green.
Negotiating path.
Playing.
I'm not sure what he's played on there because.
Well, if he runs too far, he's on nothing. I don't understand why he's just not gone up and down on the same line, parallel to the side cushion. He leaves himself 3 reds into this pocket, into the right-hand pocket, and the one next to the black into the left-hand black pocket.
Yeah, so to be honest, I didn't think he just got down to it and played it, and you know, he's hoping for a bit of luck there to land on that red.
Well, maybe he's just tried to take the problem of clipping the pink or the green out of the equation. And yeah, end of break.
Well, he's got a lot of red ties off here, and as he left Vito into a long pot here, yeah, he's going to have to take a pot on soon.
Oh, he's not going to screw this back to bulk off of 4 reds. What a shot! Apart from the reds come back, and he's potted the brown. That's what the problem when you're hitting the balls as hard as you can.
Ball in hand.
Oh dear. No, place the ball in the right position, Wayne.
What do you think, Billy? Did he place the white ball in the right position there?
Oh. I know he's in, you know what I mean, he's got a couple of reds over the hole there, and I've been looking to get the black and straight back on the spot as soon as I could, really.
Yeah, I mean, the black doesn't actually go in any pocket if that happens.
Yeah, you have to get top side of the blue, then come down for the red of the pocket on that shot.
So it's the you know, got to miss the green here.
Get some good opportunities in this frame anyway, Wayne.
13.
This is like another one. He just got to, you know, take his time here and.
Yeah, not too hard. Are you playing for the pink in the middle? No, he's gone up.
I think he has, and he's been
14.
lucky. Cool. He had a few nice flicks in this frame, hasn't he?
He's had already. You know, you did say he gets a little bit of ball run.
No, he gets more than a bit.
He gets his brother's share as well. But Carl's watching.
Well, he's got to be playing this red over the pocket here, hasn't he? Run it round off 2 cushions. Cubal's doing a lot of travelling, Lee, isn't it?
Yeah, and he's left himself a long way from the pink, is he? And he's just the wrong side of the blue. I mean, luckily the red's over the pocket, but
yeah, the red area, he could have run it around 2 cushions. He's on the pink to the middle, possibly the black to the right corner.
yeah, he's just struggling a little bit with position at the moment.
I say he's building a nice lead here.
Yeah.
It's only 3 minutes 30 left.
27.
Yeah, so far he's had a nice comfortable frame, Lee. Yeah, that's what you need in your first game up, nice comfortable little frame.
Yeah.
He's had a good feel for the table here.
And we know Wayne, he can get a bit flustered and nervous, and this will settle him down.
Yeah, this is big for him, because if it settles him down, you know, he's got a great chance of winning tonight. It's one good pot here, Wayne. Or even that.
32.
Look at that.
Another little bit of ball run there. I mean, that's not the way you would normally play the shot, would you? You'd screw it in with left hand side and just try and avoid these two reds. But
Oh, my word.
what a pot! He needed. Oh,
He's got to take the black on the other rest.
I think that's the shot. Because these reds are in the way. I'd be playing the black here as well, Billy.
You know, a couple more inches over you.
Oh,
Well,
he's kept the break going.
one good pot
This
here.
is his chance.
7.
Even this is a tricky pot though, Lee.
Yeah, but 48 behind with 2 minutes left is a big ask, Billy.
Yeah, it's a big ask, and that wasn't an easy pot at all there from Vito. He's not had much to look or go at at all, has he, really?
Right now, if I was Wayne, I'd be clipping off this. All right, okay, he's potted it.
Yeah, he could have locked this shot here now. Pink onto the black, push the black onto the cushion.
Oh, I'm not sure. That's a bit tricky if he doesn't hit that hard enough.
No,
Yellow.
it's on.
Yeah, this is
He's playing
cue
the
ball
yellow.
in behind the green, yellow ball. Okay,
Vito's got to smash these as hard as he can, really.
yeah, he's not played
You
that
know,
the greatest.
he's got to
but
hit these as hard as he can. then.
It's believe me, this is all over.
You know, I've enjoyed his company over the last couple of weeks over here, Vito, and you know, Levi and Pat's come over.
Yeah, they've been great.
Absolutely brilliant blokes, Lee. You know.
Yeah, they all are. Oh, what's this?
He's failed.
I don't think it's going to matter, but oh,
Yellow 4. Ball in hand.
it's all going on.
He's obviously watched my games, Lee, playing that shot.
It won't be the last time someone does a Billy Castle.
Well, unless you're Houdini, you're
7.
not wood of this frame.
No, I mean, he's just showing the world what he's got.
No, he is. I've been impressed with Vito. He's a good player. You can see why he's Canadian champion.
Yeah, and
know,
he's had some bad form with his uncle dying on Thursday, so
Yeah,
14.
you know, plenty
No.
of respect.
I'm sure
he was definitely upset.
yeah, very upset.
15.
And I'm sure his families and friends are at home watching him, you know, proud as ever
Yeah.
watching him play on TV.
Very proud.
You know, and let's not forget, he's had some good wins this week.
21.
So,
Vito
folks,
Puopolo 21.
there we have it.
Cream Wayne Townsend. Thank you.
That's the lineup for tonight's semi-finals. Wayne Townsend beats Vito, and we'll chat to him straight after this break.
We've now got our semi-finalists for the finals week, week 4, and congratulations to Wayne Townsend, who has just beaten Vito Puopolo. He's come from Canada, but his run has ended. Congratulations, Wayne.
Thank you.
How did you feel out there, and how satisfied are you with the victory?
Yeah, obviously any victory is great. I got in the balls for the first time because my first 2 matches I didn't feel like I really got in, but the table run really fast. I felt it run really good. It was definitely quicker than my last 2 games. It was catching me out a little bit. It was just didn't stop rolling. But yeah, I potted a few more balls. I'm yet to feel really comfortable out there, if I'm honest. I'm going to be honest with you, yeah. So I'm sort of trying to find my feet. I think once I do, I'll be all right, but it's not an easy format to find your feet.
You're dancing all right now.
I know, yeah. But yeah, no, a win's a win. So yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, you had a couple of little flicks at the beginning there. I think your brother's sitting watching at home going, he's having my ball run and all.
Yeah, I did get a couple of lucky flicks, but he got out a few times as well. Like he missed a few balls and didn't stick me anything. Like so it swings and roundabouts, isn't it? So.
He's going to be playing Alfie Lee.
Rematch. Yeah, should be good. Alfie's playing really well now, so you can see that. But hopefully, this is the game where I come to life. So
but you needed that first win under your belt tonight. So
I did.
It's like
Well, he needed it because he would have been going home if he didn't get it.
Yeah, exactly.
And plus, you were favourite, so it kind of messes with your mind as well. You know, you don't want to. When you're favourite, you don't want to lose.
I felt more under it a bit.
I know you don't want to lose at any time, but when you're favourite, it does think the whole world's expecting you to win. It does put you on edge. But now it's kind of it's going to be a tighter match. He's probably going to be slight favourite.
Yeah, where he's playing,
but you know that yourself in this format. You know you can pop.
Yeah,
you know you can win.
Yeah.
It's going to slow burner all the way to the final.
Yeah, so hopefully you've got to click at the right moment. Andrew Norman did that. He didn't play brilliant in his first couple of matches, and he played great in the semis and finals. So you don't know when it's going to happen. So hopefully it's
okay. It could happen tonight. You could be on that wall at the end of the evening. Congratulations to Wayne Townsend, and apologies. We did lose pictures on Sky there, but if you are having trouble at home, sportystuff.tv to keep in tune with the Snooker Legends 900. We're ready for our next match, the first semi-final of the finals night, week 4, and it's Ryan Davis who's the favourite, 8-13 against Aidan Owens at 6-5. So let's cross over to the match room and to Folsey in the commentary box.
Yeah, thank you, Rachel. Indeed, we've got the first semi-final coming up. And you can see on the left, Aidan Owens, on the right, Ryan Davis. I mean, I say a clash of styles. Aidan Owens is a very quick player. Beat the Silver Fox, the original Silver Fox in the previous round. He now holds that title of his own. He's the younger version of that Silver Fox. But he's breaking off against Ryan Davies, who... Oh, he's missed the reds! He's missed... Wow. I mean, Lee, I'm glad you got into the comms box in time, but what do? You've got no advantage.
I mean, he's not left anything.
Why is he playing from in the D when he doesn't have to?
Not quite sure what.
He can play from anywhere, can't he?
Yeah, but that's completely confusing.
The last 2 shots, it's like one of those dreams, right? None of it really happened.
Yeah, I mean, I've only just rejoined you, Neil.
You didn't know you was going to walk into this, did you? When you walked into the comms position.
Listen, when I'm sat with you, anything can happen.
Well, it seems that way.
Oh.
Well, that's a better shot than his last one, where he didn't even hit the reds. I mean, I know that Sean Murphy occasionally has tried to hit the reds so thin. I think Aidan was trying to hit them normally. They missed them. I can't believe it. It doesn't make a lot of difference with ball in hand, does it, when all 15 reds are nailed together? That's a good shot.
But I was just waiting for the referee to... I was thinking the white behind the yellow and left a free ball. But I suppose
can't have a free ball, can you? Because there's a cue ball that doesn't...
It's not on the table.
It's not on the table. I suppose you could have a free ball, but that would have to be... Well, we'll talk about this another time. Maybe over... drink or something.
Over cocoa.
Yeah. Anyway,
this is a great chance.
It is, and you've got to get in early, and he's done that now. And he is a quick player, as you pointed out.
16.
I don't know. Ryan Davis could have got a better advantage from the shot he played because he put the cue ball in behind the red, glance off them,
17.
maybe even glance off in behind the yellow and brown. So he missed a trick, didn't he? Playing it from the D. That's madness.
Yeah, I mean. I just think he might have been in shock as well, you know, and not expected anything like this, and he just thought, oh well, there's nothing to go for, I'll just break off as normal.
It was an extraordinary business, but it seems that we're still in shock. But Hayden knows it's all in the past for him. He's moved on, hasn't he? He's moved on mentally.
He's caught the wrong red first.
Well, that's because it didn't go. That's why. The red was in the way, wasn't it?
But it still went in.
Yeah, he's a bit enigmatic player, isn't he?
Aidan Owens, 25.
Loose cannon, isn't he? Aidan Owens, what we've seen here.
Wow. So, in behind the yellow and brown off this red.
Yeah, and he's played it at a pace to make that happen.
This is a great shot.
Unlucky there.
Oh.
I can see what he tried. You know, he really tried to go for the snooker, didn't he?
Yeah, and so very close to it. I mean, it looked good. Great line for me. I didn't expect it to come off the cushion quite that fast.
I mean, I don't know. Listen, I'm going to say it once. How do you miss the reds when there's all those reds to hit? That's what I don't get. I never understand that. So I've seen a few people do that before, but not people who are good players. He's playing this. He's right-handed with the rest. Oh, it's a good shot. Deserves to be on something here. I'll tell you what, that's not the worst place that the pink's ever landed. Got to be careful. I don't know if it goes back on that spot, it might just get it in the way for his next red. Not careful. Ooh.
Ryan Davies, 1.
So a little glimmer of emotion there. And we're now looking to the gods. A big moment.
Just nudged another red out there.
1.
I mean, he could play on the loose red by the black here, but got to be on it precisely.
Oh, that's what he's done.
With the black there, I suppose, you get behind it and you've got, you know, 2 easy shots, but not so easy from here. A little bit of a block. He was hoping he'd block it.
The mental block is what he's done.
He has.
I thought he might have played the first red a bit harder than that, Neil, and opened the pack up a little bit more.
1.
But you know, he's fell short of the blue.
So Ryan Davies playing catch up now for he hasn't been in that position very often. Ooh. See, we're seeing more emotions now from him, aren't we? You know, he's been absolutely poker faced, and now it's the moment is just getting to him a little bit.
Yeah, well, this is the semi-final, Neil, of the week, and the Wednesday night is what matters.
1.
This qualifies you for the chance to win £10,000. You know, and another 1,500 tonight. The winner tonight gets 1,500.
It's also the place where dreams go to die. This time of night on the Wednesday, isn't it? You know, the chance to get your name on that board. It helps if it begins with an A, because only A's got through so far, and we've got 2 with an A still in.
Aidan Owens, 6.
Just to let you know what I mean by that, Andrew Norman is through, Aaron Canavan is through, Andrew Higginson is through.
Yeah, and we've got Aidan Owens still in and Alfie Lee still in. They've both got a chance.
A big chance.
Good safety there. So, is he playing the safety here? Is he going to try and sneak it in? I think he's trying to clip off the edge. That was the problem.
Well, he's a little bit uncomfortable chasing this game, isn't he, at the moment, Ryan Davies? You just sense that he's uncomfortable. If he's behind, he's normally a front runner, and he's not in front. Great shot. Oh, no. Sorry, I thought that was in.
You did.
Getting very uncomfortable myself. I thought he hit that well.
He did.
But not well enough.
I thought he was walking. Oh.
Everyone's cracked me, the two players.
Oh. Yep, so here we're going to test his long pot and his perfect straight cueing.
The red by the side of the cue ball might just be a bit of a distraction on these. I didn't used to like the ball next to them like that.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Something about a ball next to the cue ball that you think is either in your eye line, or if your cue doesn't go through straight, you could clip it.
Or a little bit of shadow even.
Anything. We've seen a few twitches tonight, even from Alfie Lee. You looked almost invincible, that mistake he made, which he didn't pay for. So we're just seeing a bit of vulnerability, because the nights when it all can happen for a player. And
is that red going?
Oh no, don't say he's fluked it.
One.
What a monster fluke. Even Ryan Davis showing a little bit of signs of the pressure getting to him tonight, but that fluke will have helped.
And he seems to be a good rest player as well, so I fancy him for this green.
Well, that's not bad. Now all of a sudden, talk about luck in snooker. It's a very skillful game, but you need luck in it, and he's had a bit, didn't he, with that red going in.
Yeah. So now, is he going to try and play for the pink in the middle, or is he going to just sort of punch this in off two cushions? Okay, this isn't
5.
Easy, but is it going to be a soft screw and sort of try and get the cue ball across into the middle of the table? Sorry, folks, we've got a new tea lady.
Rachel's brought the cocoa in.
Thank you, Rachel.
11.
Big shot. Tell you what, looking at his cue action, and it's a lot goes on with that back arm, you know.
12.
It's the real wrist movement at the last part.
Green ball.
Just, you know, you can see it, and it just big flick of the wrist goes through, even on that shot.
Ryan
That's
Davies,
where it gets
12.
the power. Now, he decided to sort of pull the drawbridge up there. Can understand maybe that he might have gone for that. Interesting choice of shot.
Yeah, it's the big colours that haven't been sort of anywhere near their spots in this frame. So this is if that finds the Watford, I think he's still left a long shot here.
He can knock these in, can't he? I mean, we know he can, but it's not easy. Nice, isn't it? Nice ball striker. What do you do here?
Well, you play the yellow and you
go behind the brown,
tight behind the brown, and just make sure that yellow hits the cushion. Hopefully, it doesn't come back and knock the white ball back out from behind the brown. So you've got to play it quite. No, that's nicely done.
So he's got the snooker, isn't he? And now he's got to hit it. I mean, I don't know how he hits this, quite honestly. But if he doesn't, he's leaving ball in hand, and so he's playing the real waiting game now. Ryan Davis, isn't he here?
So, I mean, he's playing for the bottom red here, I think. Or is he playing for the one by the middle? One by the middle, that's the one you have to play for. Thank goodness for that.
Ball in hand is a big edge, and I know he's got a shot now, but ball in hand would have been better.
He's potting all these good long balls, but he's just it's very difficult to get on a colour.
He might just want to maybe get a colour in play here. Maybe push the blue near the top left pocket, or something that could make things happen for next time.
He doesn't want to accidentally pot it, I know that. Oh, he's played the green.
Yeah, that's all right. I mean, I can see what he's doing. He wants to free up the table. I think that's sensible.
Yeah, that's brought it all. Is he left Aiden can he pop this into the right-hand black pocket?
Well, he can, but it'd be a miraculous shot, wouldn't it?
He hasn't got a lot else, has he? I know he could play the the red on the cushion, but
listen, there's something in your cocoa that makes you see shots like that. That's amazing.
But I mean, if he doesn't left that, he's lucky because he's played a terrible shot.
Has he left it though?
So all of a sudden, my shot didn't look too bad.
No, I don't know what you can do here. Does his red creep past the yellow? No, it went easy. Made a meal of it, didn't he?
So he's going to screw the green down the cushion. One cushion for the red.
This is the frame here, isn't it? This is the match in this visit, I would say now. Yes, he's behind by 13. There's 2.5 minutes, so there's no rush here. And this, to me, is crunch time.
So if he clears up, Neil, my shot didn't look too crazy.
It looked a bit. Listen, it would have been a good pot. You cut the red into the right corner, you were saying, wouldn't you?
Yeah, just, the pink was the guideline.
No.
Stretching here, isn't he? This is not nice.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
11.
Time to put in a good safety shot, 6 behind. If he gets the snooker or similar, he may play the double.
You've got to play the snooker.
Oh, I wouldn't have gone that way.
No.
I would have put the green down this end.
Ryan Davies, 11.
I thought he could have just screwed back behind the brown.
He had less balls to snooker with, as simple as that, down this end, didn't he? By playing the cue ball down here.
So, what's Aidan? I know he's thinking, I want to go for this.
Nervy moments, isn't it, for these two? Well, he's got to find the cushion here. If he has, it's a very good shot. Now that is a top shot at an important moment, Lee, isn't it?
Great shot. Great shot. Could very well win this match. It's not a fluke it again, surely. No.
Well, to me, he's going to take 20 seconds on each of these two shots. And Ryan Davies is going to be a goner as far as tonight's. And he knows it.
Yep, they both know it.
Aidan Owens is going to be sort of crept up on the blind side tonight, beat David Taylor. Took the mantle of the Silver Fox, no one can argue with that. The clock's ticking down.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, folks, there we have it. Our first finalist. The favourite is out. And Aidan Owens is through. We'll be back straight after this break.
welcome back to the Snooker Legends 900. Great that you're still up enjoying all the action of week 4 finals night, and we've lost our favourite, Ryan Davis, favourite to win week 4, but he's been beaten by Aidan Owens, and been rejoined by Lee and Neil, and there's just so much happening from the very first shot in that match.
I mean,
can you believe it?
I mean, I didn't quite see it in time. I was just getting myself comfortable in my seat. The Neil's screaming the house down. So Neil better talk to you about it.
Well, I mean, look, he missed the Reds. I mean, there's not much more to say. He's missed them altogether. You know, I mean, I've seen it before, actually. The first time we ever went to play snooker in China, it was Barry's 8 players and 8 Chinese wildcards. This is a long time ago, in the late 80s. And we weren't sure, and the first guy played Terry Griffiths, Chinese player, and he broke off very first shot. All the dignitaries there missed the Reds altogether. No one knew where to put their face. There's no one going to be any good for the snooker from China. Then next year, I think about 3 of their wildcards beat 3 of us. So in a year, they'd progressed from that. So, you know, he won the frame. But it was an extraordinary start, and I think he did it to unnerve Ryan Davis, because he put him on the back foot, didn't know what to do, ball in hand, couldn't do anything with it, and he was never the same player.
Do you think he did it on purpose?
I think he did.
Okay.
I think we've all lost the plot.
I think he did it on purpose. For reasons only he knows.
What's in your mug?
It is cocoa time. As I always say, it's not bedtime, and so many of you are still tuning in, enjoying the Snooker Legends 900. I want to give a shout out to Kieran Clark. He said, if Alfie continues playing the way, he won't be described as Stephen Lee's son anymore. He could be winner of the Snooker Legends 900. What a talent he is. Never seen him before yesterday, but will enjoy him for years to come. Of course, we're going to see Alfie Lee play Wayne Townsend. And another tweet, Matt Wilson using the hashtag Snooker900. The little Lee bounce in the queue action there for Alfie. It looks a very good prospect along with Ryan Davies. Don't discount the great WT from the running, though. I mean, there is only one great WT, and that is Willie Thorne. But Wayne Townsend, he thinks he could be on for tonight. But that little bounce, can you see that in Alfie Lee's game?
Yeah, you can. He's got a strut round the table, and so he should have as well. I mean, that puts... It's all intimidation as well. You know, the strut can do it.
The only thing that Wayne said that was positive when he came in, he reminded us that he beat him the other night. It's a rematch. Wayne did beat Alfie in the very first frame of this week, didn't he, on Monday?
Right, got to get to the match table very quickly. Alfie Lee 4-6, Wayne Townsend 11-10.
Well, I think that it looks like he's improved 14 points since Monday, doesn't he, Alfie? He's playing brilliantly. It's going to be an interesting one. That he's bold, he's brave, he plays his shots. I've got to be with him now.
Well, we're both our pundits.
Listen, we're in his camp as a player forever.
So you're throwing Wayne under the bus?
Yes.
I can't catch my breath. I can't.
Yeah, I'm
you're
triggered.
Going to have to. I'm not too sure which one of you are going to join Billy Castle, but you're going to be there. We're going to the match table. Hopefully, you're coming along with us. Don't forget hashtag Snooker 900 to join the conversation. For now, though, it's over to you, Billy.
Yes, thank you, Rachel. Second semi-final on around tonight, folks, between Wayne Townsend and Alfie Lee.
Wayne Townsend to break.
And what a match we have here. You know, Alfie's been so impressive over the last day and a bit. You know, he's shown us how good he is. But make no mistake, Wayne will be up for this. Nice to be drawn by Neil Folds.
Cheers, Billy. It should be an interesting one. A lot seems to have happened since that first frame the other night, which Wayne pipped Alfie right at the end. Since then, Alfie seems to play brilliantly. Wayne has sort of limped his way through to this semi-final, I would say.
Yeah, Wayne's... You know, Wayne can win frames quite easy in one visit, but he's... You know, I mean, I just spoke to him down there, he's just trying to find something which it could click into here. Alfie's played a very aggressive safety shot there. You know, he's looking to get in and score on one visit. You know, it's a solid return there from Wayne.
Yeah, I mean, he's an experienced player, you know, English Amateur Championship finalist. He's not Billy, you know what an important tournament that is. It always has been.
Yeah, like I say, Neil, that was always on my CV when I was an amateur, to try winning amateur championship, and I managed to achieve it.
Yeah, so should be very proud. Some great names on the trophy, the Roll of Honour.
Yeah, I was remember when I first won it, me and my dad were looking down at the names, and it's amazing to be on a trophy with them. We got the current English amateur champion here next week, Jamie Curtis Barrett.
Yeah, it'd be good to see him, the JCB. Oh, look at this fluke. He says he gets no luck, doesn't he, Billy?
I told you, Trigger gets some form.
Well, yeah, you said that. He would say otherwise, but I think I'm with you. What a fluke that was.
Yeah, Alfie put him in a lot of trouble there. He had no shot. He's just sitting open. He's on a brown now. That's a solid pot.
Yeah, that's a good shot to follow up. If you get luck, you need to take advantage of it.
Steve Davis was so good at that, Neil, when he did get a fluke, or he punished the opponents with it.
Well, you've got to, haven't you? I mean, it's all in the game. You might have played a fantastic shot or got a fluke. Either way, if the ball goes in, the next shot counts for the same.
Yeah, it's a good chance here for Wayne.
Interesting, because Alfie Lee has just got in first against everyone.
11.
And it's a bit like Ryan Davis. He got behind against Aidan Owens, and he was never quite as comfortable from behind in the match. So maybe we're going to get the same here. Depends how far he is behind, of course.
12.
Yeah, well, Wayne would have watched that last semi-final match and thought, if I can get in early, albeit a fluke, and score a few, and put Alfie on the back foot like Aidan did with Ryan there, see what Alfie's like from behind. It's a different game now when you're chasing the game.
It certainly is.
18.
I don't think he's gone far enough. He'd be furious. He hasn't quite screwed back far enough for this red. He seems to be playing it, or thinking about playing it, with a trace of left-hand side to straighten the angle.
Oh, he's got to hurry up there.
He's got to do something. Well, he's panicked in the end. Took all that time looking at it. Forgot there's 20 seconds allowed per shot.
Yeah, he sort of panicked there. It could have been a lot worse. I know he's left a red, but the white's tight on the cushion now. It takes good cueing.
Got to get behind that red on the right side cushion as well, isn't he? That's the hard bit. He got behind the red, but missed the other red.
Yeah, that was a tough pot there. He had so much going on. He had to pot that, missed the red.
Oh no! Twice. It's a bad shot. The in-off, but also he's freed the black. Freed the black. That is a grave error to make.
Well, Alfie is going to score a few the way he's playing. He's still got to play a good positional shot here. If he's going to play for the red just below the black spot here, he's got to make sure he finishes high enough here.
Difficult shot though now, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a tough pot now.
8.
It's not got too much to do with the cue ball on and off the cushion for the black.
Nicely done.
9.
This is a good effort. Is the brown in the way? No, I think he's gone far enough. That's a nice shot, isn't it?
No, that was a very well played shot there, Neil.
Especially with your hand on the cushion rail, and you've got to get a bit of power on it. You can miss those.
Yeah, he cued that excellently. Is he on this brown? I think he is.
He's the blue in the middle and goes into the bunch. Anything could happen here.
Yeah, this is a big shot now.
So he's hitting the left side of the bunch. That's such a good shot, isn't it? He deserves everything that comes his way after that.
22.
Really good. to use a trace of left-hand side on that one as well.
23.
Yeah, that was a lovely pot there, Neil, on that blue. You know, every time he gets in, he just looks like he's going to clear the table up. I'm not sure what the record is, Neil, in this 900 format, but he's had a fair few ball and hands this week, hasn't he?
He has, yeah, he has. He's taken advantage of them all.
Yep.
But you're absolutely right. I think he's had, yesterday's group, he's had about 6 or 7, I think.
It helps out, but you still got to pot them there, haven't you?
Yeah, and playing on. I think he's played on the red down the cushion.
Yeah, I thought that red at the top, the right of the pink spot might have went there. Yeah, this is a tricky red.
Lots of good balls. We like what we're seeing here. Getting onto that red, if it does go, won't be easy here. He might go to the left corner, I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I think the red goes. That's how he's played it.
He makes good things happen, I think. I've really enjoyed watching him over these last 2 or 3 days.
Like I say, the frame could be over again now in a matter of no time. You know, so he's got to be careful.
Just taking the sting out of things by slowing as long as when he slows it down it doesn't break his rhythm.
Yeah, it's a tough one to be. You know, he's just got to stick to what he's doing, I think.
47.
Don't know what sort of an angle he's got here. He has got that end red again that goes now. He's freed the other one.
Yeah. And he could, if he leaves himself a little angle on the red now, he could probably screw off with him and open them 4 up. He's played it with side.
Yeah, and you can see the reverse side with that spotted cue ball there. Right hand screw, which we call it reverse. It seems to go the opposite way to what you'd think perhaps. Up the table.
Now if he gets top side of this blue air.
He's played on the pink. I think I'd have been playing on the pink somehow, do you? Can't see any point in playing on the pink.
No, for me, they're, you know, top side of the blue. He's got a nice pack to go into there.
There's a funny shot selection, but he's decided to walk away, and that's very fair. But I think playing on the blue, get the reds open, win quicker. But even then, it's hard to criticise that break. It was well made.
Brilliant break there. But if Wayne comes off his fin here now, he's got a good target behind the green and yellow to put Alfie in a bit of trouble here.
We're in the same position where Alfie's done all this damage, but there's still time left because he does it so quickly. So that's the only downside to what we've seen, and there aren't many downsides to watching Alfie Lee this week.
Well, if Alfie did win, it'd be another name on the board that begins with A that wins it.
Oh, yeah, that's guaranteed. Brilliant, brilliant pot.
He's an excellent potter now, isn't he? So clean.
I'm really impressed. I see a lot of snooker players. I've seen a lot over a number of years, but some have been real greats of the game. I'm not saying that's the case here, but look at this shot. He seems to have a lot of what it takes.
Yeah, that shot there was so clever because he's not only got the snooker, he's tied the green and brown up with it.
I mean, he couldn't play a shot like that. Tremendous.
You know, Wayne was in early and had a chance, and
what he did do, Wayne, when he got in, he wanted that red to go that didn't go, and he just kept on looking at it. And in the meantime, he just panicked, didn't he?
Yeah, that's what happens, and you know, he might have got lost a little bit there. Thought he was in just a normal game, and obviously the clock was ticking down. Oh,
he does miss then. Not very often, but he does.
You know, it's tough from here, Neil, but it's 4 minutes 20, 42 behind.
Maybe he clears up from here, and he's a magician, I think. It's some dish, Billy, wouldn't it? I'm not having it. Are you? From here?
No. I'd love to see him do it, but this is tough.
Good shot, that.
Yep.
Really nice shot. It's an argument to play on the ping here, you know. Down the cushion and get on the red behind it.
He's played your shot now.
I think it's the right shot. Unfair play to him. It might be his last shot, but I think it's a good call to play on the pink.
No, you know, I do spend a lot of time with Wayne, and I practice with him a lot, and you know, I have seen him clear the table from these positions. But it's different when you're out there now.
Yeah, this is good what he's done. He's making this into a game, and it's not over yet. And if he clears up here, then it is some moment. It's actually it's a question of whether he does clear up or not. I wouldn't be playing the cannon here. I know this. Thinking about what you're thinking, Billy.
Well, I'm thinking about leaving. Oh, he's played that wrong. He's got to come surely the right side of the table, and he'll leave half ball yellow.
23.
Try and top it with a bit of side off the top cushion. You know,
3 minutes left, you know. I mean, he could have put the yellow and played the snooker.
Well, he's looking at pot on this now and playing a double. Good shot, Wayne.
This is very good. This really is good, and all of a sudden, it's definitely game on.
25.
What a shame.
That cue ball's not stopped running.
He said that the balls were never stopping. He wants to make sure he doesn't do anything silly here.
Yeah, he's back in the frame. He's got 2 minutes 30.
Wayne 25.
Still plenty of time.
Yeah, it's going to get interesting all of a sudden.
He's done well, Wayne, because he's made things happen there. He's kind of dragged himself back into the frame.
Yeah, that gave him a lot of confidence that, you know, Neil, that there. Alfie's not snookered him. Will he be playing a double to screw across and leave a long brown?
I think I'll just wait a bit longer. I think I'll just wait one more, but...
Oh, he's snookered.
Yeah, he has snookered, and there's room around the back of this as well. Alfie, okay, pots this, all well and good, but then he's 20 in front and with 22 on, so I mean,
he's got to use the clock off here now, hasn't
he? He'd like to think so. Yeah, now he has to clock watch. He has to, and you know,
still time if he does miss this, or he's deciding to play safe. There might be one last chance for Wayne. He's got to go for the double nil in the corner pocket.
Intentional pockets here. Just hit it as far as you can. Fluke it. Oh, hello!
I have said he's going for the double in the corner pocket. One good pot here, Wayne. Oh, he's fluked it.
Wow. What a moment that was.
Oh, I thought he's fluked that. You know, he had a bit more time than he thought there. I think he rushed into that blue there, Neil. I know it's, you know, he had a minute still left.
Well, I mean, he would have had plenty of time to pot those. What a finish to a great game. Alfie Lee is this time a very relieved man getting over the line against Wayne, who really fought hard, but it's Alfie Lee who's in the final against Aidan Owens coming soon.
So here we go then, the final of week 4 just around the corner, and Alfie Lee is the favourite, 8-11, 8-0 that even money. But can you believe that last match? Almost Wayne Townsend pulling off the miraculous comeback.
Well, it looked plain sailing, didn't it? Then all of a sudden, from nowhere. Well, he
played on the pink down the corner, down the cushion, which was a brave shot, but it's the right shot because you can skirt around the issue. He had to get it on the spot. I mean, really, he was a bit unlucky to snooker himself on the green, and then, I mean, obviously the blue goes in, he wins, doesn't he, from a position of no strength.
I mean, a great double on the brown. I mean, that's all he had. I know we said try and hit it as hard as you can, but the double was there, and you could see the angle he played it because he screwed the cue ball into the table to give him a shot at the brown, at the blue. So that it was a great double.
Is there something spooky going on here? We've got the 3 A's, Andrew, Aaron, another Andrew. We've got an Aidan and an Alfie.
We're guaranteed
in the
tonight.
Final. It's all the A's. There's no A next week.
Well, no.
Unless somebody wants to change their names.
They all will.
We're going to be doing the draw shortly, but before we do, just your prediction for tonight's final.
Okay, Aidan. Well, again, it is anyone's, as you can see, that the favourite's gone tonight. We saw then Alfie could have got beaten, but you know, he's my pundit's pick, so I've got to stick with Alfie, as I thought at the beginning of the tournament.
I think so. He plays in a very cavalier way. You know, he does all this damage, but he leaves a big gap at the other end of the 15 minutes for a comeback. But you've got to like the way he's playing snooker. He's just going out and playing his shots. Brilliant. I think he'll win.
A lot of our viewers on Twitter impressed with Alfie Lee so far. Of course, he still has to do it in the final. William Callan thinks that he can go all the way tonight. We'll bring you that shortly. For now, though, let's take you to next week. And here are the players. 12 of them. 8 of them, of course, will start on Monday, with the 4 players joining on Tuesday: Peter Doherty, Lee Martin, Fergal Quinn and Sasha Tropper. So the names, 8 of them in the bag, and Patsy Fagan will be the legend, the marquee player. But as you've seen there, we've got a couple in there. Nigel Bond is in the bag as well, and so many other great players. So yeah, you're ready?
I'm ready. Ready. Number 8.
Number 8, first player out is Daniel Ward, an amateur player, partner of Rhiann Evans.
Against number 6.
Number 6 is Nigel Bond, former world finalist, shootout winner.
Number 5.
Number 5 is Richard Emery, seniors tour player from Essex.
Against a legend, I think, number 1.
Yeah, the legend. That is Patsy Fagan, 1977 UK champion.
Like it was yesterday.
Looking forward to having Patsy here.
And number 3.
And number 3 is Edin Sharav, former tour player, of course.
Against number 7.
Number 7 is Philip Williams, top Welsh amateur, former pro.
He's going to have to get his skates on.
Yeah. And the final match.
Number 4.
Number 4 is Jamie Curtis Barrett, current English amateur champion.
Or JCB, as they call him. Against number 2.
Number 2 is Joshua Thomond, EPSB ranked amateur player. Some fancy names in there, a couple that our viewers will be very familiar with. You mentioned Patsy Fagan. Wonder how much he plays these days.
I think he plays in the leagues. You know, he does a lot of coaching now, and you know, he'd be a good person to be around. You know, someone I've known all my life really, and he's a great snooker man. I look forward to seeing him. I have to say though, there's 2 legend players next week because Nigel Bond's playing.
Nigel Bond.
Ranking tournament winner, shootout winner.
Yep, the first ever shootout.
Yeah.
You know, so he knows how to play, and listen, he knows every shot in the book as well. You know, and he doesn't hang around, so he won't have a problem with the clock.
Absolutely not.
He'll be a force.
Okay, I think we can bring you the draw now for anyone that's maybe watching. They could be playing next week. They're like, well, let me see you, I'm playing again. Well, here it is, and we've got the final just around the corner. This is next week. Daniel Ward and Nigel Bond, Richard Emery, Patsy Fagan, Edin Sharav and Philip Williams, and Jamie Curtis Barrett, JCB against Joshua Thomond. What match really excites you there?
I kind of like the first one because Daniel Ward, I played in the England team with Daniel Ward, and he's a very good player. So that's a tough first first match for Nigel Bond, even though he's been there and done it. Tough match.
We haven't mentioned Eden Shara, very good player. Represents Israel now, formerly, obviously, I think he's lived most of his life in Scotland. Been on the tour before. I know he'd like to get back on. Looking fit and healthy these days. Philip Williams, good player from Wales. Not the quickest I've ever seen. But Eden Shara is somebody that could win the whole of next week's group, I think.
Okay,
so could Philip Williams.
Yeah.
All right, well, you're going to have a right job with your pundits pick, I think, for next week, Lee. No A in there, but I can say that we will have an A in the studio, and it will be Ali Carter replacing Neil, and Dave Clark will be here presenting the show next week. But we have got the final. Will it be Alfie? Will it be Aidan? We'll find out after the break.
So welcome, lovely snooker fans, to the final of week 4. Alfie Lee is going to break off against Aidan Owens.
Aidan won the toss there, you know. No, I don't suppose he wanted to break after what happened in his last game when he missed all the reds.
Did he miss them?
Is there a suggestion he didn't?
He hit them.
Really?
I've watched the playback, and the red on the right moves away from the pack.
It was called a foul, wasn't it?
Yeah, nobody saw it, but somebody did watching at home.
I saw Rianne say something about it, but well, anyway, it's done now, but I didn't realise that. Well, that's a mystery. A bit like all kinds of other mysteries. Anyway, it's a great chance. The on for Alfie Lee, just to continue doing what he's doing.
Well, that wiped its feet, Neil, but he's perfect. Perfect on the green. So, wants to play a nice, safe, not a safety shot, but a nice positional shot. Don't want to be playing safe from there, Neil.
Played a good shot here, hasn't he? Played on the bottom red, and he's played to the cushion, which means you're always going to got that extra bit of leeway, haven't you?
Yeah, he's hit it beautifully. Played one very similar like that yesterday into the pack.
I said earlier on something. He's a very cavalier player. You know, he's a young player, and I kind of kept saying about Ronnie O'Sullivan. He said, well, that's a big call, and not saying anything like that. He's as good at the same age. I'm saying there's a similar sort of approach to the game, I think. There's something about him that exudes confidence in himself.
Yeah,
that's the point I'm making.
That was a beautiful strike as well. There have been a few players there just dollying the blue in, screwing it back and playing the long red. But he has cued that pink in beautifully. He's absolutely perfect on the red.
11.
He's just enjoying playing all the right shots at the right times. I mean, he's got nothing. These reds couldn't be more tightly grouped here. So whether he tries to open them, he's going to have to belt this or get on the other red.
Yeah, I think he's going to play for the red into the middle. Just now he's got a nice little, nice little 20 point lead if anything does go wrong. But he's going to be looking to get on a colour to. He's going to be to smash the pack into smithereens and clear up in one visit.
20. Going to be too straight, isn't he?
Yeah.
So now he gets on the red here. Here's your answer. He doesn't do it. Yeah, I mean the angle he had was virtually non-existent, wasn't it?
And I think he'll play, thin off this to guarantee he hits the cushion twice across the table. Bump.
That's the way you have to play it on, rather than come up the right side.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's not really killed the game off or anything like that, because he does it so quickly, but it's a good start. Well, he's already looked at the potting angle. Going to drill this in. Not quite.
Yep. Played it into a safe area though, Neil. So he has left the double. He's going to play it.
Well, he can almost afford to have a free shot at this long red by the yellow again here without feeling that should he miss it, it's necessarily going to cost him that much.
Might be playing the red next to the pink. Just brushing off them, opening a few reds out. And
getting behind the green sort of area.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, you can't even pot them along there, can you?
I can't catch my breath there.
Especially when it turns right as well.
He must have played for it at that pace as well.
He played it as if it was nothing. It's pretty narrow to me.
Into the pack.
Oh, that's a great effort. I'll tell you what, that was such a good try, wasn't it, to get the reds open.
Yeah. So, that's it. He's scored some points now, so it's going to give him a little bit of confidence. It's been 2 good pots on the trot, so...
He's looking at a plant here, Lee.
Plant, but...
for his next trick, what's he going to do?
Just the safety behind the black. Oh, he did go for it. So, Alfie's going to have to keep this quite tight. Because when you're playing someone as attacking as Aiden, you don't know what they're going to play, Neil.
Just used up a bit of time there, but I mean, at this stage, it's not that important to be doing so for Alfie. It's a long way to go yet.
Yeah, and he's left this thin chip.
Ooh. It's gone in like a rocket. Now, where do you put the cue ball here? What is that? Do any of those reds go? Is the question.
I think the one in the little triangle.
If that middle one goes, it's like gold, isn't it? That cue ball went in the corner pocket like a rocket, didn't it? There on that last shot.
He's tried to clip those and put another red in play, but he hasn't clipped them hard enough.
I tell you what, that Billy pointed out earlier on, hasn't he had ball in hand a lot in the last couple of days?
Cool.
Alfie Lee about 8 times, I think.
Really? It's been a lot, I know that.
Helps, doesn't it?
It is when you don't have to screen a long one in every time. That's a good shot. It's forced an angle there, nudged the red towards the middle.
8.
Oh, for once he's missed.
Oh, see, I would have screwed that across the face of the blue.
And I think that would be a better shot for him.
Yeah, and he's rolled it. I'm a bit surprised there. I thought he would have just screwed that in across the face of the blue.
I think, you know, the way he attacks the cue ball, the way he plays, rolling balls mightn't be his absolute strength. But, you know.
Yeah, I can see what you mean.
Has he left a plant? Is that a plant? No. This is certainly there's been the threat in Alfie Lee's games of a bit of a rear guard action from his opponent, and the threat is even greater when there's only 31 in it with 7.5 minutes left. It might happen here.
Well, this is a good chance to get back in the game. So a little bit of screwing left hand side off this. 2 cushions for the red in the middle. Oh, it's come off that second cushion a bit sharpish.
By the way he pots along narrow into the middle, I thought he'd smash that in, but it's even too acute an angle for Aiden, I think. He's going to try and pot it though. As I say, he potted one the other side like this, didn't he? He loves the middle, doesn't he? He's like Marlowe the magician. Racing again, isn't it? Racing down the table.
14.
Well, is it another one in the middle or one along the black cushion?
And the way he pots in the middles, I think I'll play this one. He's very good at those, isn't he? He really is.
Very nice. Slight hamperage now on the black, that red on the cushion.
Yeah, that comes into play. That is underneath his cue, that red, isn't it? Annoyingly.
Yeah, so off-putting sometimes. Nicely done.
22.
All of a sudden he's back in this final frame.
He really is. And again, so much time left. The frame is quite advanced. And this could go all the way, this frame, to the last couple of balls. There's so long left.
Yeah, he's probably just going to drop this black in and play the red along the black cushion.
He's got the angle on this. I mean, the more angle you've got, the slower you can afford to play it.
Yeah, I'm surprised he... Oh, sorry, Neil. I'm surprised he played the stun there. I would have rolled it through and got the cue ball a bit closer to the red.
Yeah.
But he's still on it. It was, but look.
You see, it's what I'm saying. You know, you have to put a bit of pace into those shots. You can miss them. You're rolling and you're not. So you're right. If he gets closer to it, he doesn't miss it, I think.
He was perfect to roll it in. Natural angle. He's going to give himself another foot nearer the red.
Pink to middle. Can he get the 2 reds open from the pink? He's a little straight on it. He might be able to just force the reds a touch. Oh, like it. Like it. Now, when the pink respots, does it respot? If not, on the yellow spot, it's exactly where he wants it. Nice shot, Alfie. The other red is in play, isn't it? I mean, he's not going to be enough in front.
15.
And there's nothing else safe. So this is where you think, what do you want to do? Is all this time left?
Oh, that had a wibble wobble.
So it'd be 24 in front when he pots this, and there's all that time in the world to get this frame turned around if you're Aiden Owens. If the chance comes, so double. Does he play the double even? It is the only way maybe he could lose the match.
20.
Hits the jaw, top jaw, it comes back towards the cue ball. That's the thing that happens, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's happened to you and I all the time, Lee.
I mean, he can get behind the yellow here. If he comes off it and goes in between the brown and the pink, But then again, it's a bit close to the corner pocket, so you don't want to be going off.
He only knows one way, and that's to sort of play all-out attack, and you've got to admire him, but he can come unstuck. If this goes in, I thought he might have gone for this, but a bit unlucky not to have got a snooker there for Aidan.
Plenty of time left.
But it's just like a normal frame of snooker in
a
way.
Thin off this, behind the black.
It's his dad's birthday, Stephen Lee, today. He's here at the venue, Crucible, and make him feel nice, wouldn't it, if his boy wins? I'm sure he'll enjoy his birthday.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So, twice across the table, Neil?
He could, all he needs really is just red to be on the table for a while, isn't he? And then all of a sudden there's less chance of him losing. I think twice across would be a good shot. Tries the right hand side. And he's gone for the big pot. He's got a sort of monster double kiss there. I mean, that is handy.
Yeah, he's been fortunate there. So is Aidan going for this? He did.
Well, here it is. This is the moment. This is the moment. Red colour. And he's through, and it's a great chance.
One.
Well, there you are. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. This is too many if it goes in. If I was you, Alfie, I'd pop this, not worry about anything else. Your opponent wanted snookers. Plenty of ways to win in this format. One of them is to just pot a lot of balls, play aggressively. Don't want to do anything silly at this stage. A minute left. But he has played aggressive snooker, hasn't he, all the way through this group, Lee? And if he, he deserves everything good that happens to him, I think.
Yeah, well, wouldn't you play aggressive if you cued the ball like that?
True. True. Yeah. And I think he'll really make finals night interesting. I know he's obviously hugely disappointed. It's not to be.
Alfie Lee 7.
Yeah, absolutely no time left now to do any damage in this one. I can see a handshake coming any moment.
Well, there you are. It's time for the handshakes that Lee mentioned. Aidan Owens did well this week, but week 4 winner, Alfie Lee. Take a bow. Well played.
What a week, what a night, and congratulations to the week 4 winner, Alfie Lee. Alfie, congratulations. I know how much you were determined to do some damage this week, and you're going to be on the wall. You're going to be in the grand final on the 23rd of November. Just how much does that mean to you?
Yeah, it means the world. I've played a few silly shots today. So, yeah, I'm just glad to get over the line.
Played some good ones as well.
Yeah, cheers. Yeah, I can't really put it into words. I'm quite drained, to be honest. I've started well in all my matches, got a good lead, and then it's got down to a couple of reds at the end, and I've let a few points slip where I probably shouldn't have. But yeah, I'm delighted.
Yeah.
And you never drop your head either, to be fair, you know, because when you have this lead, you're thinking, wow, I'm in a great position here, and then suddenly things begin to kind of fall apart out there. But you seem to be well able to apply yourself when maybe that happens. Would you agree?
Yeah, I've always known that I've got tremendous amounts of self-belief and a lot of character. I've shown it in a couple of my practice matches recently against Stan Moody. I've shown a lot of character in a couple of them matches, so I've just sort of brought that to this, really.
Yeah, I mean, I was speaking with Billy in commentary. Billy, obviously, Billy Castle's a player. He said that you had a good win recently against Jackson Page as well. You know, who's on the tour. So these wins must give you belief. Beat good players like that.
Yeah. Look, I've got a tremendous practice partner, my dad. He plays me whenever he can, and he puts me in positions where not a lot of players can put me in. So
a lot of knowledge.
Yeah, so I fancy myself. When I come to tournaments like this, I do fancy myself. So yeah, I'm just delighted to get over the line.
How important is it for you to be Alfie Lee, the snooker star, and not Stephen Lee's son?
Look, I think that being in my dad's shadow is a good thing. It's a good thing. He was a terrific player.
Brilliant player.
And I think when I go to tournaments, because of my last name, they look at my dad, and some people fear the last name.
Yeah.
And I don't.
Well, what I like about your game, right, is that you've got a very aggressive style. And that is the modern game now. The modern game is aggression. You've got to play safe sometimes. We all do. And when you do, you make it count. But your first plan is to be aggressive, belligerent out there. And that's what the game's about in 2022, isn't it?
Yeah, look, as I said yesterday, if it wasn't the one-frame format, then you'd see a different side to my game.
Yeah.
But because it is the one-frame format, whatever chance you get, you've got to take. So as you said, it looks aggressive, and I feel like I'm being very aggressive.
But you've got other ways to win.
Yeah. But as I said yesterday, it's the one-frame format, so you've got to have self-belief, believe in your action, believe in your game, and I've believed I've done that this week.
You absolutely have. I mean, it might be too early to say a star is born, but that's what we're looking for, isn't it?
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff. And just I have to ask you, to be champion of the Snooker Legends 900, the prize money, 10,000. I mean, it'd be a nice little setup, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm going for. No, it's as simple as that.
And a nice birthday present for your old dad?
Certainly.
You've been an absolute joy this week. Congratulations. It's been brilliant to see you play so well.
Thank you.
We're absolutely delighted for you. Congratulations once again to Alfie Lee, and a little reminder on how week 4 finals night went. Alfie Lee was crowned champion, and a superb performance. Commiserations, we've got to say, to Aidan Owens. He played brilliantly tonight. Not to be for him. Alfie Lee has won. He's into the grand final, getting the better of Wayne Townsend, and earlier in the evening, Mark Gray. Lee the Shirt Richardson rejoins us on the back of that. Quite impressive young man, isn't he?
Yeah, brilliant. I mean, at least we got another person with an A, but he's young. This one's young, and he attacks the balls. I enjoyed watching him play. He's took a couple of pinks in the middle and he's cued them so well. He's had a few ball in hands though. It's a nice little start when people he's got to have more ball in hands than anybody else this week.
Oh, I think it's about 8. I tell you, I think what I do like though is that he's got something about him that I really like. Even when he speaks, is a real confidence. You know, you can feel that he thinks he's a good player. He's pumped. You know, he's got a dad who was a top player. But there's something on the table that I like. He hits the ball lovely. And he goes out there and he stamps himself on okay, this format. He's got a future, I think.
He's got something. He's got something.
We don't know what, but there's something there we could see something very big from him in the few years.
Classy.
Yeah.
Classy.
Something there.
You just want it to happen for him, the snooker that he plays, and what we've seen this week. And Lee, look at him, he's grinning there. He's delighted with himself. The pundits pick
well
goes
done, Lee.
Oh yeah, no, completely forgot about it.
Yeah, right. He came out of the commentary box all smiling, all smug. But yeah, well done. You got Alfie Lee's your outsider. He's the winner. You also had Andrew Norman in week 1, so you must be delighted.
Yeah, but I think Neil's had Andrew Higginson as well, so it's only Aaron Canavan that sort of rocked the boat, really.
Yeah, he done.
So yeah, listen, it's still, again, it's a great format because everyone's got a chance. That's what's so great about this format. Yeah, it's nice to pick a couple of winners, but, you know, you could also pick all losers.
As they always say to me, you're only as good as your last show. What about next week, then? Let's remind you what we can look forward to and some of the names that will be back. Some blast from the past in the likes of Patsy Fagan and some good former tour players in there as well. Edin Sharaf, we'll see him all on Monday, and then joining on Tuesday, Peter Doherty, Lee Martin, Fergal Quinn and Sasha Tropper. But JCB, Jamie Curtis Barrett, Philip Williams, Daniel Ward, Richard Emery, Nigel Bond and Joshua Tomand all coming in. Right, we're going to say goodnight soon, but just to say that next week we won't be here, Neil and I, but you will have...
It's all right, I'll cover for you.
You will have the wonderful Dave Clark, and we've got a very special guest. Ali Carter is going to be...
Yeah, the captain.
...joining the team.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be really good, and we have got the matches for next week as well, so we're just going to have a quick look at these as well before we get you all to
I will miss you both, though.
Well, listen, we'll be back, I promise you. You know, we'll be back. But there's a few interesting games there. I mean, my old pal Patsy Fagan against Richard Emery, that'll be an interesting game. I'd love to see Patsy progress at some point, be playing on the Wednesday. So I'm rooting for Patsy.
Well, two oldies playing each other. You know, it's like it's the battle of the I think yesteryear.
Choosing your words wisely there, I see. Right, just before we go, Neil, I know that we won't be here next week, but if you were to have a pundit's pick, I'm putting you on the spot a little bit, but who do you think might win next week?
Well, I'll say my two will be, if I'm allowed two, I'll go Edin Sharaf and Nigel Bond. They'll be my two for next week.
That's a good two. I want to study it before I give mine.
All right, don't worry, Sheriff. We won't be putting you under pressure, and I'll be expecting some nice new shirts next week.
Yeah, well, me too.
You're going to have to up your game a little bit. Some of our viewers were in shock that you've run out of shirts.
Well, listen, what can I do? The woman's working hard.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much to Lee, to Neil, to Billy in comms, and congratulations joining Andrew Norman, Aaron Canavan, Andrew Higginson. On that wall for the grand final is Alfie Lee. We could have just seen a new star of the snooker world. Well done to him. Thanks for watching as ever, and we'll see you next week for week 5. Dave Clark, Ali Carter, and Lee'll be back as well. Good night.